Or am I on? I cannot hear myself.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? I can't hear me. Is there something to...
I'm not that, man. That's Ron's fault. That's Ron's stuff.
Can you still hear me? No, I cannot. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can hear me. I cannot hear me. What's that? Mic check. Mic check. Oh yeah, I think I can hear myself now. Is that all right? Too much volume? Okay. Whatever you want. We'll hop on Ron. On there.
You don't want that because it turns the ball over on us.
Are we on air?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Me on. You can turn me on. Am I on? Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to exciting JV basketball here at Vienna High School. We have Century against the JV Eagles today. We have Connor Skaggs, number 11, number 14, Matt Nail, Nason Clark, number 44, Neil, and 33, I do not have a name. I apologize. For the Eagles, we have Dayton Nichols, Sean Acree, Tommy Holhubner, Jonathan Green, and Isaac Smith on the floor to start the game. The Eagles try to bounce back from last night's loss to Massac County. Officials for today's JV game are Max Hook and Kelly Harper. And here we go. Connor Skaggs is inbounding the ball, and we're set to go. Eagles are in a 2-3. Century moves the ball down to the big fellow, 44, Neal. Back out, 14, Matt Nail with the ball inside. Turnover, Holhubner with the steal. Isaac Smith pushes the ball down the sideline. Holhubner with the 15-foot jumper, no good. Probably not a good jumper out of Holhubner. He caught and shot. He didn't think about it. He kind of threw it. Century bringing the ball in the front court. Connor Skaggs brings the ball up. Passes over to Nail on a wing, swinging the ball around. They try and get the ball to Neal, but turn the ball over. Dayton Nichols up to Sean Acree, and Acree misses the bucket. Isaac Smith with the rebound and miss, and Century with the rebound. Century pushes the ball up. Connor Skaggs with the ball, brings it up, throws it to Mason Clark on a wing. Back to Skaggs, across. 33 in the high post with the ball back out to Skaggs. Skaggs dribbles. Oh, high post 33, no good. Rebound Acree. Acree gets the ball and is pushing it up. And Dayton Nichols on the wing with the shot. Looked good, but it's not too hard. Out of bounds, Century basketball. Right now, both teams look a little frantic in pace. Looks like they both need to kind of settle down and get into some kind of rhythm. Skaggs on the wing. Nail looks inside to Neal. Neal trying to go up, and he dribbled it in the land of the little people, and they took the ball from him. Acree pushes the ball for the Eagles. Acree with the jump shot from 15, no good. Dayton Nichols tried for the rebound. Went off Century, but it looks, went off Century. White basketball. And here we have wholesale substitutions for the Eagles right now. Samuel Wright with his warm-up still on. Gabe Duncan. Daniel Dahmer. Cato is in the game. Constati. And let's see. And Johnson is in the game. Nick Johnson. So we have a foul on Century, number 22 it looks like. That'll be his first, team first. Samuel Wright inbounds the ball for the Eagles to Dahmer, three-point line. He's looking, dribble drive into Johnson. Johnson has the ball stripped, trying to make a move. The Century's going to push the ball into the front court. Here comes Skaggs. Looks like the Eagles are in a man-to-man now. Switching up a little defense here. Number 14, Matt Nail, swings it back to the wing. Down on the block, 24, Dalton Ridgell. 22, Mason Clark with the jump shot from about 15. 2-0 Century. Dahmer over to Cato. Cato dribbles the ball down to the corner, tries to swing it back out to Dahmer. Dahmer throws it back, but it's going to be a turnover. Century has the ball. Connor Skaggs pushes the ball up into the front court. He's trying to get around Dahmer, but cannot. Throws the ball on the wing to 22. Clark gets the ball to the high post to Neal. Neal with a little jump shot. Misses, gets his own rebound. Little shuffle pass out for 3. 14 is good. 14, Matt Nail with the 3, and it's 5-0 Century. This is a little different tempo than a week or two ago when the freshmen went down and played the JV team of Century. Century got off to a very slow start that night. Dahmer on the wing has the ball stripped, and up to Connor Skaggs. Skaggs with the layup. 7-0 Century, and the Eagles take a quick timeout. It looks to me that Vienna's a little got concrete in their shoes right now. They're look a little tired. I know he had a wholesale substitution, and these kids didn't come in with the hustle you would like, the get after it. Maybe a timeout and a little reminder of where they are. Maybe that will help a little bit. First horn. It's going to be Vienna ball, I believe, coming out of the timeout. Looks like we have Bundren, Acree, Duncan, Wright, and Nicholas Johnson in the game for the Eagles right now. Acree brings the ball up. Century in a 2-3 zone. Bundren on the wing in the middle to Acree at the high post. Acree tried to put it up and missed it, and jump ball on the rebound. Looks like Acree tried to throw up a little floater. Not sure if that was a good shot for him or not, but I've seen him hit that numerous times. So Vienna with the inbound. Acree with the ball on the baseline, throws it back around to Bundren. Bundren swings it to Wright. Wright brings it back to Acree on the wing. Nicholas Johnson is wide open in the post, and they've missed him, and they call him for 3 seconds. I tell you, Nick Johnson had his man posted and the ball came across twice and they missed him. We have subs now. Tommy Holhubner in for Johnson, and looks like Gabe Duncan's coming out and Johnny Green's coming in. And here we go. The Eagles are still in a 2-3 zone. Bundren and Acree up top. And it looks like we're going to have a foul on Bundren, is my guess. Yep, foul was on Bundren. That's his first. It looks like the team's first. Century inbounds it, baseline. They're swinging it around. Skaggs throws it back over and turns the ball over on an attempted pass to Nail. Acree pushes the ball up the right side. Now he's in the middle. Over to Bundren. Bundren down to Johnny Green. Johnny Green dribble drive. Ball swung. Acree for three. That's his spot. Three-pointer is good for Acree. Acree shot that from the top of the wing, and 90% of the time when he hits the ball right in that spot, he's going to hit it. That's a good shot for him. Eagles showing a little more life. Right now it's 7-3 Century, but they're hustling a little more on the defensive end of the ball. They just need to box out a little bit better and execute on the offensive end. I think right now they're rushing shots and Century's being patient. Century's going to inbound the ball. It'll be Matt Nail inbounding it to Connor Skaggs. Two sophomores. Called to play, and against a 2-3 zone. Swing the ball on the wing. Back out to Nail. In the middle to Neal at the high post. High post to 35. Missed the shot. 35 is Landon Dunning is what I have. Missed a little 15-foot jumper. Acree pushes the ball up, tries to get the ball into the high post to right and turn the ball over. Here comes Century in the high post, out to Skaggs for three, and it's long rebound. Century, and it looks like a jump ball. So it'll be Century ball. Here it comes. Inbound. And they got the ball to the high post. 35 on the wing. Up to 22 for a jumper missed. Holhubner with the rebound. Holhubner brings the ball up, pushes it to Acree on the wing. Wing shot Acree, no good. Rebound Samuel Wright. Holhubner with the bucket. Samuel Wright with the assist. Wright came down with the rebound and looked out. Found Holhubner. It's a nice look, nice shot. I may be biased though. Here comes Century in the front court, still against a 2-3 zone. Get the ball to high post against Neal. He pushes it out. 14. Matt Nail with a three-point shot. It's 10-5 Century. In case you're wondering, we're playing two 18-minute running halves today for the JV game. Word on the street is Century's had 6 games this week, and that's tiring for anybody. Vienna with the turnover. Century bringing the ball up. Skaggs kind of walking the ball up over to Nail on the wing. Nail cross court to 22. Mason Clark. Clark swings it back. Nail down to the low post. Neal over Johnny Green for 2. 12-5. Acree got the ball at the top. He tries to get the ball through 3 people. Not an advisable pass. Turned the ball over. Century pushing the ball up. On the wing to Nail. Looks like they're trying to force the ball inside. They've got a size advantage in the high post. High post back out, in and out game. They closed it out. 14 Nail over to Skaggs on the wing for 3, and that's good. 15-5 Century. Acree brings the ball up on the wing to Nelson Bundren. Bundren dribbles. Back to Acree at the top of the key. Acree dribble drive. Holhubner on the wing. Forces a jump shot. Not a good shot. Century comes out with the rebound. And it looks like we've got someone that got poked in the eye. Not intentional, mind you, just going for the ball. Looks like we'll have an official timeout here. Maybe a mask timeout. I'm not sure. Yes, it looks like a mask timeout. So bear with us. We'll be back in just a couple of seconds. All right, we've got 30 seconds left in this mass timeout. Century is up 15-5. Vienna's not looking very good on the offensive end of the ball. Vienna has Holhubner, Green, Isaac Smith, Dayton Nichols, and Cato Constante into the game. And it looks like they're putting a little pressure up. Looks like we're in a little, maybe a man-to-man press. And ball is in. Looks like just a little man-to-man press. We haven't trapped anybody yet. Little token pressure. We're in a man-to-man defense as we go back. So here we. Looks like one of the Century players just twisted an ankle trying to walk it off. Top of the key, Neal. Neal's calling for a reset. He dribbles around to 14, Hale. 24 in the box. 24, Ridgell missed a shot, and Century got an over-the-back call on number 33. It's his first foul. And I apologize, I don't have 33 on my list for Century. Cato over to Dayton Nichols on the wing. Holhubner goes across to set a pick, and Dayton Nichols throws it away, thinking, I don't know what he was thinking there. That was a tough pass. Back into man-to-man. Neal in the high post, has it poked away, but he regains control. Waiting on a reset here. He's waiting on somebody to come get the ball. Top of the key to 33. Now Hale has the ball up to Skaggs. Skaggs seems to be what makes the JV team for Century go right now. Crossover on Cato to the hole. No good, out of control. Rebound Johnny Green. Cato up to Isaac Smith. Isaac pushing the ball and decides to bring it back out. And we've got it set up to Holhubner at the top. Over to Cato on the wing for three. And no good. Rebound Neal for Century. Neal brings the ball up. And he crossed over Green, crossed him again, over to Hale on the wing. Holhubner with the steals, pushing the ball, uses the left and loses the ball. Out of bounds on Holhubner. Probably should have pulled that one out. But it was a good effort. Like I say, I'm biased. But here we go, Skaggs against the press. It's just a man-to-man. There was a little trap there. Back into the wing. Skaggs looking, get to the inside. Oh, wow. 3-second in the lane call. That might have been a little quick, but we have a substitution, 35 in for the Centurions. That'd be Landon Dunning is what I have. So the Eagles bring the ball down the floor. Cato's looking onto the wing to Isaac Smith. Smith dribbles back out to the top of the key. Backing in, Green, Cato on the wing. Looks like they're trying to run a little offense, so I'm not sure where that went. Bad pass, trying to hit a cutter. Just a little miscommunication there. Century ball. Looks like at the next dead ball, we're going to have a wholesale set line change for the Eagles. 44, Neal with the illegal pick up top. Tried to lower the boom on the guy at the top of the key. Here we go, 4:34 left to go in the half. Century is up 15-5. The Eagles need a little spark right now. They're just playing offensively lackluster. Acree shoots, misses the three. Boy, it looked good. Rebound Neal, the Skaggs, and out of bounds. Skaggs was out of bounds when he caught the ball. So it'll be Eagle basketball. Dahmer in the front court at the top of the key. Swings it, touched by Century, out of bounds Century, still Eagle basketball. Need to do a little better job, I think, going to our passes, making a better passing lane. Dahmer drives, gets fouled. It looks like Dahmer will be shooting two. That's 14 fouls on the Centurions. It's on number 44, Neal. That's his second foul. And Dahmer with the first free throw, up and good. And Dahmer's dribbling to his routine, goes up with the second one. No good. Rebound Century. And they say Century stepped out of bounds, so it'll be Eagle ball. Right to inbound it to Acree. Acree dribble drive. Past Duncan, but there was a foul called. Looks like 33, maybe 33. That's his second foul, team's fifth foul. Looks like they're going to say that was on the shot. And Acree with the first free throw. Cuts it to 15-7. Now Acree looks, second one up and good. 15-8. It's a 7-point lead. Now if we could get a stop right here. Skaggs bringing the ball up against Dahmer. Dahmer's dogging him the whole way down. Skaggs to an open 22. 12-foot jump shot, no good. Rebound, Gabe Duncan. Gabe Duncan to Acree. Acree's up, dribble drive, and no good. And they call Sean with the charge. So I think Sean tried to go a little too far that time, but it was a good idea. It was his first foul, team's second. Oh, here we go, Skaggs beating the press. Gets the ball to Neal. Neal makes a move on the block and scores it. 17-8. Goes Daniel Dahmer at the top on the over to the left wing to Acree. And Acree's used his dribble up back to Bunder and Dahmer on the wing. High post to Samuel Wright over to Acree. Shoots the three, or he faked the three, shot the little 12-foot floater, no good. Looks like it went off Vienna. It'll be Century basketball. We got 55 seconds left here in the half. 17-8 Century lead. It looks like Century just kind of threw it in and it just goes out of bounds. Nobody touches it, so it'll be Vienna basketball underneath the basket. So it looks like Samuel Wright's going to take the basket out. Century has a sub coming in. It'd be number 24, Dalton Ridgell. Ball inbounded off Century, so it'll be Vienna ball again. Samuel Wright to inbound the ball again. Into Acree. Dahmer on the wing. Thought about it, but didn't take it. Drives in. 12-foot jumper, no good. Rebound Century. Century gets it out. Bundren guarding Skaggs. Ooh, no one called a pick there. That looked like a pretty hard pick that Bundren just received. Century's trapped on the wing. Gets the ball out. Ridgell in, fouled, and a basket. So, looks like the foul is on Sam Wright. It's his first. Team's third. 19-8 with 27.4 seconds to go. And the free throw's up and good. 20-8. Acree brings the ball up. Bundren on the wing. Bundren brings it back out to the top. Vienna swings it around to Dahmer on the wing. Dahmer for a three-point bucket, and it's good. Daniel Dahmer with a three-point bucket. And here we have a foul on Nelson Bundren. It'll be Vienna's fourth foul, Bundren's second. Looks like he was getting a little over-aggressive with the hands. Here we go, Neal, the big guy, bringing the ball down. Over for three on the wing, no good. That gave Duncan to Wright. And that's going to do it for the first half. It's 20-11 Century. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. And welcome back. We have about a minute to go here before the half ends. Vienna is down 20-11. Acre has 5, Dahmer 4, Holhubner 2, and that pretty much sums up the scoring totals for the Eagles. The Eagles have to do a better job in this second half of not rushing shots and making the easy pass instead of trying to force the ball. I believe if they do that, they have a good enough defensive effort that they could come back and win this. In case you're just joining us, we're doing 2 18-minute halves today because Century only has 10 or 12 players program-wide, and they've played 6 games this week, so they could be starting to feel the effects of a 6-game week. That's an awful lot, even on these young guys. And I've offered the official Kelly Harper to come up here and sit and blow his whistle, and he didn't really come take me up on it because I told him it'd be easier to do from up here than down there. And I just got the obligatory laugh. But here we go. It looks like it's going to be Eagle basketball to start the second half. We have Green, Dahmer, Bundren, Dayton Nichols, and Acre in the ball game to start the half. Century looks like they're in a 2-3 zone, and we're off. Acre on the wing. Looks down in, can't get the ball to Green in the post. Bundren swings the ball to Nichols. Nichols looks out to Dahmer. Dahmer for 3, no good. Rebound Century. And Century gets it up court to Dahmer. Dahmer throws it back away after the steal. Century throws it up, tipped, and organized chaos. Right now, Acre, we have an injury, but Dahmer scores the bucket, but Century has a man hurt. He got, I don't know if he twisted an ankle or what he did down there, just kind of a temporary, I don't know what happened. Constati is coming in for Dahmer right now, so Cato will come in. It'll be Century ball. Century has to go the length of the court. Century inbounds it, and it looks like just man-to-man pressure here. Full court man-to-man pressure. Nichols goes to trap, not a very good deal. Bundren taps the ball away. They're on the floor. Looks like off Vienna right now. Century ball. I believe, yeah, Century ball. We've got a 30-second timeout here. It looks like Century called a 30-second, just trying to get organized. So it's 20-13 now, Century's lead. The Eagles are trying to push the pace a little bit with the pressure. They've got a pretty quick lineup right now with Bundren and Cato and Dayton Nichols in the game. So they could do a little more trapping. First horn. It's going to be Century basketball down in the deep sideline. It's probably the toughest place to take the ball out of bounds is in that deep sideline. It's almost like you could be trapped just because of how deep it is. Inbounds into the post. Jump hook good for number 24, Dalton Ridgell. That was a pretty good entry pass there. Acre over to Bundren. Bundren tries to get the ball to the high post, knocked back to him. Doing a little dribble weave out top. Acre on the wing. Pump fake, dribbles, back to Bundren. Bundren, Johnny Green on the wing. Johnny Green gets fouled by number 44, Neal, and I believe that is his 3rd foul. Yes, and that's the team's first foul. Holhubner's coming into the game for Nelson Bundren. So it looks like Cato and Nichols will be at the guard spots. Holhubner catches the inbound, puts it up. Acre rebounds and puts it in. Nothing like coming off the bench hot. Dayton Nichols knocks the ball out on the press. Century basketball. So here we go. We've got Cato, Holhubner, and Nichols up front on the pressure. Acre and Johnny Green back. Century inbounds the ball. Nichols on the ball right now, trying to Oh, his man gets by him, goes straight to the middle, and out of bounds, knocked away by Vienna. Vienna didn't do a good job of help side defense on that because the man that got the ball went from half court all the way to the middle of the hoop. Got to get that. Century inbounds the ball. Top high post to 44 Neal. Neal tries to go inside. They're going to call a foul on Johnny Green, number 33, for push. Looks like his first. It'll be the team's second, I believe. I think we've had one already. Now the board's saying the first. Oh, over to Neal. Neal walked, no call, misses the shot. Century gets the long rebound. Number 11, the three misses. Rebound, Dayton Nichols. Nichols pushes the ball up to Cato on the wing. Swing it. Holhubner swings it to Acree for three on the wing. No good. Rebound, Dayton Nichols. Nichols back up with it. No good. Rebound off Century. It'll be Vienna ball under their own basket. So it looks like Acree's going to take the ball out. Johnny Green in the middle. Gets fouled and gets the bucket. Nice play by John Green. Strong play. Got the ball, pump faked, and went straight to the hole. Good job out of him. It looks like number 34, Nicholas Johnson, will be coming into the game for Green. After Green makes the free throw, makes the ball 22 to 18 with 14 minutes to go in the game here. So right now, still passing. Steal by Nichols, saved by Acree. Holhubner secures it to Cato. Cato down to Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson with the basket. That was disorganized chaos, ladies and gentlemen. And Century calls a timeout. 22 to 20 with 13:42 to go. Vienna has a little bit of pep in their step right now, and it's all down on the defensive end. And I've got that was good plays all around, good hustle plays. It was disorganized chaos, but it was still good hustle. So it looks like Vienna breaks out of the huddle. Century still intense. Looks like Vienna's pressure is really affecting Century right now. And I wouldn't think with Holhubner and Johnson in the game right now that this would be too much of a pressing lineup. Because nothing bad against Johnson or Holhubner, but my son I know is not fleet of foot sometimes. Well, here we go on the press. Johnson's back with Neal. McCree's matched up with Rigel. Holhubner with 14 Nail. Constati with Connor Skaggs. They're denying the ball in. Oh, Skaggs loses the ball. Cato went after it and out of bounds. Cato, great hustle play. He dove after the ball. Skaggs couldn't recover, and when he did, he dribbled it out of bounds. So Vienna ball on their end. Acree for three in the baseline, no good. Rebound to Cato Marconte. We've got players down. And Dayton Nichols just got a technical foul because he lost his head in there. The 11 and 10 were getting into it, and then and then it looks like Nichols kicked 11 in the back a little bit. It was not a smart play, that especially with the Eagles up by 2. The clock's still running, so yeah. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. I don't know if he's just going to get the technical foul shots here, but so he misses the first one. Both players were down there scrumming and holding each other and kind of getting some cheap shots in, but Nichols responded, and that's where he got caught was with the response. So it's going to be Century ball, 12-14 to go, 23-20 Century. So Johnny Green came in for Nichols. Here we go, Neal at the top. Oh, Holhubner, tight man-to-man, no help side defense. Holhubner gets the foul on the floor. And Holhubner trying to pressure. That was a good move by 14 Nail. Century's inbounding again. And it looks like that'll be on number 14 Nail for holding Holhubner. So now it's the Eagle basketball. Maybe we can get our get the momentum back. Cato brings the ball up the court on the Acree in the middle to Cato. Cato throws it away, but a walk on Century. Century couldn't control the ball, so it'll be Vienna basketball under Vienna's goal. Looks like Vienna's not really running the play they're supposed to, but Acree for three, no good. Rebound, Century. Century looks to push it right now. Skaggs in the front court. Skaggs for three, and it's good. So 6-point game right now for Century. Here we go. Cato swinging the ball around. Not sure where he's going with it. No one's cutting. Acree for 15-foot jumper for Acree, no good. Rebound Century. Century pushes it. Skaggs pushing the ball up the floor. There we go. Skaggs calling the play. Looks like Vienna has gone back to, well, they're still in a man-to-man. Skaggs, zippity-doo, no good. Johnny Green got the rebound and then got the foul. So that's the third team foul. Looks like we have a masked timeout. So we have a masked timeout here. We've got 40 seconds to go. Looks like Isaac Smith has come into the ball game for Sean Acree. Maybe the Eagles can kind of settle down and work the ball and get a good shot this trip. They're the last couple of trips, all they've done is look for threes, and they need to pound that ball inside. It'd be nice to see Nicholas Johnson get on the block and post his man, because there's nobody that can stop him once he gets the ball down there, because he's got really nice touch down low. So Isaac Smith's going to inbound the ball to Cato. And Cato brings the ball up the floor. Marcante looks. And Smith for three on the wing, no good. Rebound Century. And 14 carried the ball but didn't get called. 22, a little scoot pass. Neal goes into the bucket, no good. Rebound Marcante up to Isaac Smith. Isaac Smith is going, pulls the ball out to Green. Green over to Holhubner. Holhubner to Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson. Oh, Nick made a fadeaway, missed it. Holhubner got it, missed, got his rebound again, and got an over-the-back call. Nick normally doesn't fade away like that, but he got the ball in and then faded away. He probably should have gone straight up with that. That's 24's second foul. That's Century's fifth foul. It's 26-20, 8:50 to go. Century's inbounding the ball. Marcante for three, and it's good. cut the lead in half with 8:44 to go. I apologize. They're still pressing. Nobody has the man here. And they're going to call a foul, looks like on Johnny Green. Yep, Green, it's the team 4th foul. And that's Green's second foul. Daniel Dahmer's going to come into the game right now, it looks like, for Nicholas Johnson. So, Century is inbounding the ball. Looks like out to Neal, 22 for a long 2, no good. Rebound Marcante, and made a bad pass, but off Century, so it'll be Vienna ball. Dahmer's going to bring the ball up. Dahmer in the front court. Constante swings the ball back over to Isaac Smith on the opposite wing. And into Johnny Green. Green bulls his way up, no good. Rebound Dahmer. Holhubner with the rebound, throws it off the Century player. It'll be Vienna basketball. The whistle was a little bit delayed, but sometimes Max has to think about things, I think. Green gets the foul called on 33 for Century. That's their 16th foul. That's his 3rd, so it's 26-23 Century. Up top to Marcante. Excuse me. Isaac Smith, dribble drive. Shoots no good. Rebound Green, no good. And Century's up and running the ball. Holhubner put the pressure on Century's point guard, and Isaac Smith came and almost had a steal. Pretty close. Knocked it out of bounds. Still Century ball. It was good anticipation by Smith. So inbounds to the big fella Neal. Johnny Green dribble drive. There we go. Ridgell with the shot for Century. No. Out of bounds. No out of bounds. Rebound Century. Saved the ball. No, not a good shot. Holhubner with the rebound and the turnover. Skaggs out front right now and gets the foul on Isaac Smith. The Century coach right now doesn't like the amount of pressure being put on Skaggs up top, but Skaggs is putting on that much pressure on the other end, so I'm not sure what the complaint is. There's Neal at the top of the key. Dribble drive on Green. They're going to call that on Green. That'll be his 4th and the team's 6th, it looks like. I'm sure that'll be, well, it's 3 on Green, it says on the board right now. Century ball under the basket. Up the top of the key to the big fella, Neal. Johnny Green hits the floor wanting to play defense. Skaggs dribble drive. Isaac Smith trying to stay with him, keep him in front of him. Century working the ball up front. And 22 travels up top. Dahmer put a little pressure on him and caused him to turn the ball over. So with 4:44 to go, it's 26-23 Century with Vienna's basketball. And Dahmer up the top of the key. Constante swinging the ball. Holhubner on the wing. Holhubner's dribbling in. Tries to get it into Green and turns the ball over. Made a bad entry pass. So Century dribbling the ball up the court. It's Nail. Nail kind of weaving up top to Skaggs. Skaggs looking for a pick. The ball at the top of the key. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Holhubner. That'll be a 1-and-1. Holhubner got him on the backside when the pass was going up, trying to get the steal. Neal makes the first one. Neal with the second one, no good. He airballed it. So 27-23, 3:18 to go. Eagles with the ball. Here we go. Isaac Smith on the wing. Tries to get it out to Dahmer. Dahmer dribble drive in and not sure, was out of control. Gets the shot blocked. Holhubner saves it at half court and then loses it. It'll be white ball off Century. Sean Acree's coming back into the game for Isaac Smith. And looks like he's going to be on the wing. Dahmer's going to be up at the top. Holhubner inbounds to Acree, into Johnny Green. Johnny Green tries to bull around, gets the ball stripped. Marconte to Holhubner to Green in the post. And looks like we've got a foul in here, and it looks like Green's going to be going to the line. 22 for Century. That's his second, team seventh. And here goes Green. First one is up. And good. John Green with the first one. And here he goes. Second free throw is up and rolls out. Rebound Century. We just can't get over that hump. We're still 3 down with 1:56 to go, and we just can't get past that. Holhubner's man goes around him. Help side was good right there. We've got to play defense right here. We've got an official timeout, and Dahmer ties his shoe, so we just wanted a timeout to tie his shoe is all he needed. And Dahmer took care of that for us, so we've got 1:42 to go. So maybe that'll get in Skaggs' head a little bit. I do not know. Give and go for Century. Cato with the charge. Draws the charge on number 22. That was a good play by Marcado. Good play. So we've got 1:28 to go. We're in a timeout. It's 27-24 Century right now. Vienna still has not been very fluid offensively this first game today. Their passes aren't sharp. They're not getting very good shots. When they do get a good shot, they're knocking them down. Right now, I think they've got to work, and still only down by 3. I think they need to go ahead and punch the ball inside some more. If they keep trying to get the ball inside, I think that'll be the recipe for success here. They've still got Johnny Green and Holhubner both capable of making those shots in the post. Vienna with the ball. Dahmer, it looks like we're going to Acree for 3, trying to tie it. No good. It's short. Rebound, Dahmer. Good rebound by Dahmer. Cato bringing the ball over to the wing to Acree again. Not even looking in. Holhubner's wide open in the post. Missed him. Dahmer with the ball. Dahmer with the ball again for 3. No good. And Century's got the rebound. It'll be a foul on Green. Not sure why we didn't get the ball inside that time, because both our posts were wide open on different times there, and we just looked them off. We were only down by 3. It's not time to just start shooting threes the whole trip. So here we go, Century with the 1-and-1. And he misses. Rebound, Dahmer. Dahmer's pushing the ball up onto Isaac Smith for 3. And here we go again. Century rebounded, getting it out. Oh, Century has players up, and it looks like we've got him in a trap, and Century gets a timeout. But once again, we've rushed three-pointers when we should have held the ball and gone into the post, only down 3. There's 39 seconds to go, and we're just rushing the three-point shot. We need to be looking into the post right now, scoring the easy deuce, then fouling. I think it's too early. I think it's way too early to have started to shoot threes. But well, we've missed. My partner here for the Varsity, Ron, was just saying the same thing I was saying. Get the ball in, make the post play, and then get the quick timeout. But we've had both our posts wide open, and we've looked them off for the three-point ball.
Well, and we got 3 timeouts. You don't take 3 timeouts in your pocket at the end of the game, especially when you have a continuous clock.
Exactly. Now we have 39.2 to go, 27-24. Century's having trouble inbounding the balls. They get it in, and they're looking to foul right here. And they get a quick foul. It's still going to be in the 1-and-1. That's only the 9th team foul.
This is an important free throw, though, for a 1-and-1, because if they come in, you're looking at difference between a 1-possession and a 2-possession game.
I still think, though, if he hits one of the 2, I still think that we still need to look to go inside.
I would agree, because then you can have a chance for a foul, too.
Exactly.
Although our free throw shooting hasn't been stellar.
But our three-point shooting has not either.
It's been even worse.
There we go. Cato looking. Isaac Smith for 3. No good. Holhuebner with the rebound. And it looks like he got mugged down there.
He got hammered.
And neither official called it, and that's disheartening. But Century just turns the ball over with 15.4 seconds to go. So it's Vienna ball under their basket.
If you're going to shoot the 3, you've got to square your shoulders and set your feet.
Yeah, you can't just chuck it. And basically, he shot that fading back.
He did a good job of just getting it to the rim, but it was a fadeaway 3, and your percentage of hitting goes up dramatically if you catch, set, and square.
Well, and let's just think about this. Holhuebner had the rebound. He tried to get it up, but he had hands draped all over it.
Both arms.
Both arms. They would make that call on the other end because we're behind. So we're behind. I don't think they wanted to make that call.
Can't argue with that. I wouldn't argue with that.
I've been around this game way too long right now to not see that. In all fairness, I think this is the only gym I've been in that we don't have a home court advantage.
Well, I know when you go to Massac County, you go to Pinckneyville, you go to Nashville, and you go to Benton and Harrisburg and Carterville, you're playing not just 5 people.
You get 500. You get the 50-50 calls. If you're at home, you get those. We don't get those here all the time.
That's one of the things I love about Metcalf. He's always talking about the 50-50s.
Mm-hmm. So Vienna's going to try and inbound the ball right now. Holhuebner dribble drive. Isaac Smith sets, shoots, and good. And Vienna takes a timeout. 9.6 seconds to go. And it looks like there's a little chatter down here.
Yeah, there's been a little animosity between these two teams for a while. Now here, Chris, what I would do as an analyst here, I'd say you overplay the throw-in and you try to steal it. If you don't, you have a quick foul because you're just down 1, and they'd have 2 free throws because a double bonus would be in effect. But still, you have 2 timeouts left, and there's about 9.8 seconds roughly left. That's a world of time.
I would agree. The only problem I see when we come out in the press, and we're going to come out in the press, is we can't get beat long.
Oh, no.
And we always get beat long. And
Well, you have to have a center fielder.
well, I agree, but you've also got to be able to deny the ball. I think we'll end up denying the ball up top, but I just hope that,
And you guard the
if Century keeps a guy at half court or down here, this helps us. But I think on the opposite, 24 is on the opposite side with Cato guarding him. And so, Daniel, turn around. And Dahmer didn't even see that ball right there. He was face guarding the whole time. Had he seen it, I think he's athletic enough. He could have got that steal.
But only 2 seconds came off the clock.
And they're shooting 2. It was Dahmer's second foul. Number 11, Connor Skaggs, who just went 1 for 2 on his last attempts, is up at the line.
What's a JV's record?
I do not know.
I don't either.
So we're shooting 2.
What they do? Identify as a 1-on-1?
And the first one is no good. So now the pressure is on Cato to box out.
A deuce can tie it on a made, and if he misses, you've got almost 8 seconds to win the game, taking it hard to the hole, and they will foul.
You noticed our strongest player went down to the box to box out, so it's a 2-point game. So here we go. We do not have to have a 3 right here, and it's Vienna has the ball at half court now, and they take a timeout off the pass.
That's a good timeout. 4.6 seconds. That's a world of time, and with 4.6 seconds, you have a whole litany of options at your disposal.
You can go in. You can where they're at on the wing there. You could probably post Johnny Green, get the ball in, and then if he gets collapsed on, he could kick it out for a 3, or he can take it in. Now, I'm a firm believer of at home you go for the tie, and on the road you go for the win. And since we're at home, I would definitely go for the deuce and go for the tie. That's just my philosophy.
Last night, and Vienna this season, Chris, has had difficulty with guards that have teams that have guard penetration, and then they kick it out to the wings for the three-pointer because we collapse, and when our outside people collapse, they don't go. Nobody covers the wings.
Yeah, we don't have anybody able to get out quick enough. They don't rotate well.
Just about the free throw line extended.
Yep, and well, Green is going to take the ball out. That kind of surprises me. I would have thought Green would have been the one posted. Here we go, picks are being set. Holhuebner posted inside, gets the ball, and goes for the hoop, and missed it. And tie game by Cato. Cato gets the rebound.
Count it. Yes, it counts.
And here we go for you, Ron. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
That was a nice play. That should, yes.
Yes, it counted.
It counted. They counted. So it looks like we're going to go to overtime. Holhuebner made a good, strong move, but couldn't get it to go. And he got fouled. But obviously, we've already discussed that, Ron, about the foul issue. And that was a good athletic. Now they're going to flip. Well, it was a good athletic rebound by Cato to put it back up and in.
I think they flip a coin for the overtime.
Well, I don't know what we're going to do as far as overtime because Century only has 10 or 12 players in the program right now today, and they've had 6 games this week. So if we play overtime, my guess is it won't be.
I think it'll be
4 minutes. It looks.
They're going to look like 4 minutes, but it'll be continue to be a continuous clock.
I'm sure it will. I hope so for their sake because they need enough to play on the varsity too. But
David Hill just flipped a coin. That's a heck of a shot because as he was falling down.
Yes, he was when he put that thing back.
The shot off the glass, and it hung on the rim for a second, and we haven't had a very favorable bounce on a late game shot here this season.
No, we have not.
They've all seemed to go against us, and this one actually fell for us.
Well,
case in point, the Ridgeway game.
Looks like we're going to start out. Century won the coin toss, so Century will have the ball. We're going to do a 2-minute overtime here. So
continuous clock.
Continuous clock, 2-minute overtime. It looks like Century, I'm assuming continuous clock. Century has the ball out top. Vienna looks like they're in a zone, 2-3 right
zone.
now. That's surprising because I've been in a man-to-man all afternoon for the most part. And Skaggs down low, Ridgell. Well, good collapse by Holhubner and Cato.
That's a double dribble.
Yeah, it was. That's something, that and the walk is a lost art of calling.
And the 3 seconds.
And, well, we've seen about 3 3-second calls today.
Really?
Yes.
24's been in there for 7. Now he finally cleared the lane.
Well, 44 got one called earlier, and we got a couple called on us. But Century to the top of the key, out to the wing. 14 nail into the big fella, 44, and Neal goes to the bucket hard and scores.
He's going to be starting the varsity game too.
Yeah. So
he's not a normal starter, but one of the starters went fishing today.
Oh wow.
And took one of the starters for the JV with him.
Johnny Green into the, Green missed it, and Neal gets the rebound. Century ball with 44 seconds to go. I think Vienna has to kind of go after him and be aggressive right here. Ridgell kind of goes up, shoots the ball out, 15-footer, no good. Vienna with the rebound. Isaac Smith pushes the ball, dribble drive out of control, and throws the ball away. So it'll be Century basketball. 28 seconds to go.
And they are stopping it.
Yeah, and it's stop clock. So Johnny Green with a good try, almost got the steal. Ball out of bounds. It'll still be Century ball. Century's coach is not happy right now. He's really animated out there at a couple of his players.
Went home and watched the Illinois game last night with Rutgers. Last time those two teams played, it was Illinois and Rutgers. Rutgers won 92-88 out there. And Illinois just destroyed Rutgers last night. I was watching the game before I came down here today. They were playing Iowa, and Illinois was, I was listening to it also, but Illinois was up 5 when I got here to the school.
Well, Iowa has my wife's man cougar crush is what I call it in Garza because he's a good ball player. Yeah, got to like a good big man that can play a solid post game and then step out and shoot the 3.
Cincinnati's leading against Wichita State 60-59. Illinois is up 57-46 with 12:26 to go in the second quarter. I'm taping that so I can watch it later.
Here comes Century with the inbound going long. Steal by Holhubner. Holhubner to Dahmer. Dahmer walked with the ball and turned it over. So Vienna's had the ball twice now, and
no shots.
And both times have been turned over.
The ball's wet or something.
Yeah. Switching basketballs here. Maybe that'll change our luck. Here comes the ball. Trying to get the ball in. Yeah, Dahmer with the foul. So 14, Matt Nail will go to the line. He'll be shooting 2.
He's going to be one of the starters in the varsity game too.
Well, he hit 2 or 3 threes to start the game
Just
out.
a sophomore. Timeout by Vienna. That'll leave them with 1, I believe. Each team gets an extra timeout during overtime.
Yeah, Ron, we keep shooting ourselves in the foot. We give ourselves every opportunity, and then we throw the ball away.
Well, we've had 4 possessions this overtime, and we've only had 1 shot. 3 turnovers. And, the fact that we're just behind 2 points with 3 turnovers is a blessing.
I agree. Yeah.
But this is a learning. You know, you have to, Coach Dreer talked about this earlier, you have to learn how to win close games.
Yes. I would venture to say that Nail stepping to the line is probably one of their better free throw shooters because that's who they wanted to get the ball to.
That, and he was quick to get out there.
Yes.
Most people don't stand anywhere near the free throw line. I know when Bobby Trover was one of the best free throw shooters I ever saw, and he wouldn't get anywhere near the free throw line until everyone was set. Then he'd walk up, and he knew where his feet was going to be, and he was close to he was a little bit over a 90% free throw shooter.
And the first one's up and good. Now the second one is the important one. The second one makes it a 2-possession ball game.
This is a big one.
Jim is quiet, and shot is up and good.
Nothing but the bottom of the net on both of them.
So Vienna now at this point needs to get the first available shot and not jerk around here. Dahmer to Smith. Smith for 3, overshoots it, no good. And Vienna fouls.
And that'll do it.
That's pretty much 11 seconds to go, down by 4. That's going to do it, I think.
He hits just one of these, it's going to force Vienna to have to throw up a 3 now.
Yeah, I think Vienna's pretty much got to throw up a 3 anyway now.
Well, once again, they come in and you could still if you go hard to the hole quick and score quickly, but it shows we're out of timeouts, so.
And
if you're under 5 seconds to go, you don't even touch the ball if you're the other team.
Exactly. And the second one is going to be up and good. So it's a 6-point ball game, 5-point game. 5-point game, 11 seconds to go. Cato to Holhubner. Holhubner fakes 3. Dahmer at the top of the key for 3. No good. Century rebound.
Oh.
And we tried to let the clock go. The officials did, but they had to call the foul because they were hammering the kid with the ball. 24, Dalton Ridgell had a pretty good rebound there, and we were trying to hammer him, and once again, they didn't want to call it, but they had to.
It'll be here in the game coming up. We have the Quentin Myers, Mason Curley, Micah Harris, and Matt Johnson, 4 seniors. They'll be honoring before this game, but I remember back when I was a senior. Believe it or not, I can remember that far back still.
Yeah, that was a day or two ago.
It was many days. It's an interesting feeling knowing that you're going to come to the gym for the last time.
Always is, but this one is over. 36-29, the final, and the varsity game will be coming up next. Ron will have that for you.
Quick reminder.
I think that's it for now.
After the school loyalty song, if you will all make your way to the hallway here for senior recognition. Thank you. God bless.
It's time for Vienna Eagles basketball right here on WIBH Net 3. This Vienna Eagles basketball broadcast is brought to you in part by Banterra Bank, Rusty's Home Center, Trevilian Farms, Vince's DJ Show, Southern Trust Bank, Golson Financial, Southern FS, Goddard's Auto Body, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Russ Kruger, C&K Equipment, Allegiance Bank, and Trevilian Brothers Construction. Now let's head out to the gym for Vienna Eagles basketball.
Including rotary cutters and crop shredders, landscape and utility equipment, hay tools and boom mowers, construction equipment, and zero-turn and finishing mowers. Quality and durability are the hallmarks of all Bush Hog products. Bush Hog has the right tool for your operation. They stand out with many units still delivering performance after 20 years or more in the field. So if you're looking for an investment and not an expense, Bush Hog will deliver dependable performance and value. Built tough in Selma, Alabama, and sold by qualified local dealers. Bush Hog, serving American farmers and ranchers since 1951. And remember, if it doesn't say Bush Hog, it just won't cut it.
Test drive a Bush Hog mower at C&K Equipment in Vienna, Illinois, or check out their website at cksellsit.com.
And good afternoon, everybody, from Vienna High School. I'm Ron Ellis, Kelly Wood alongside, Cooper Shanks running the board over here to my right, and we've got Vienna basketball, the last basketball game of the, normally you'd say 2021 season, but in this particular instance, it's the 21 season A, because we're going to have 21 season B probably sometime in November of this year also. So
and season is a generous word considering the number of games we've gotten to play, but we'll take what we can get.
Vienna comes into this game against the Century Centurions with a 6-11 record. They've won 5 of their last 7 games, and Century comes in with a 10-9 record overall, and they have some different things. If you listen to the JV game, Chris Hulhubner and I were talking about some of the Century players here. One of their starters and from the varsity, one of the starters from the JV, they went fishing today. It was a nice day to go fishing, I guess, and they chose to do that instead of playing their last game of their season.
Oh. And
so it's a different time. The JV game just finished in overtime. It was the Century Centurions beating the Vienna Eagles 36-29. But our starting lineups for today's game here on Senior Day is a guard for the Century Centurions, a 5'9 senior, number 1, Jacob Jones. Also at a guard, a 5'9 senior, number 12, Tyler Lang. At a forward, a 6'3 sophomore, number 14, Matt Nail. The other forward, a 5'10 senior, number 25, Drake Biggerstaff. And at center for the Century Centurions, a 6'2 sophomore, number 44, Jyrene Neal. Their head coach is Mark Zam. And once again, they are 10-9 overall. And for the Vienna Eagles, I don't know who their starters are going to be right now. The only one that I know for sure is going to be a 6'2 senior forward, number 4, Quentin Myers. And we'll have to see who the other starters are going to be when they post them up on the board here shortly. But no idea who all they're going to start at this moment. So I would speculate if it was me on Senior Day, I would start the 4 seniors and then have somebody else follow in. But no idea which way we're going with that. We're going to find out.
We're going to know here in a few minutes.
All together. The referees for today's game are Dana Pearson, Mike Dammerman, and Mike Stallings, a longtime crew together. And Kelly, last night we saw the Massac County Patriots come in here with Isaac Hassman, and I was talking to my son. He watched the game from San Antonio. We were discussing what kind of a prolific passer he was, and they played very aggressive last night, the Patriots did, and we'll see a little bit different team today, much shorter. The Century Centurions, they come in with most of the kids about the same height here this afternoon.
And we can only hope they don't pass as well as the Patriots did last night. I know you and I have both watched a lot of high school basketball over the years, and Isaac Hassman has to be one of the best, if not the best, passer I've seen for a freshman.
Yeah, and you figure that he's going to get better as he goes along. It'll be interesting to watch him when he's a senior, what he's going to be like and what kind of schools will be going after him, because, you know, he's going to get taller. He's not done growing yet, and it'll be a lot of fun.
And I'll have to look at last night's totals, but he didn't shoot a whole lot and still scored quite a bit. I bet he was shooting somewhere near 75-80% from the field. What he put up went in.
We're about 6 minutes away from the start of today's game. We're going to have Senior Day here in just a minute. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back right after these messages.
At Pantera, we understand life is busy. We know you have priorities that take precedence over making a trip to the bank. I'm Jeff Spieth, Market Executive for Pantera, and I've been there. That's why we strive to offer convenient options that make banking easy for you. Pay for your coffee with your phone using Digital Wallet. Deposit your checks from the stands with Mobile Check Deposit. Pay bills and more from the comfort of your home with digital banking. Pantera, proud supporters of high school athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back. I think we're getting ready to get started for the senior day here. So you can hear everything that's being done out here on the floor. Good crowd here today for senior day. It's a shame we're not able to have a full gymnasium.
I'm ready for that.
That's another story.
I've missed that a whole lot. Last night kind of felt like it, though. I know it was still not a ton of people, but it was getting loud last night.
When I went to school, the cheerleaders would say, "Go, fight, win, Eagles."
Okay.
Now we play the University of Illinois fight song.
I told you I can sing AJ's fight song that I'm not going to do on air.
Probably a good thing.
Probably for everybody involved.
So I'm in the dark here also. I'm really not sure what the process was going to be.
Well, we just saw balloons come out.
After the fight song, they were supposed to do some stuff for the seniors, so that's when they were going to do that for the seniors, but that hasn't happened yet.
Well, I see a lot of confused faces, so I don't think you're the only one. Coach Dreer looks a little confused, wondering what's happening next here.
He looks different in a suit.
He does. He's looking pretty spiffy today. Getting ready for the homecoming dance. I see your Illinois is winning.
Yeah. I wonder if people really dance or if they just sort of stand around and talk.
So I heard at one of the local high schools this year that they had their homecoming dance and you had to socially distance during the dance. So there had to be 6 feet between you, and that it really just turned into socializing.
That's what I was wondering, because
little different than when we were in school, huh?
So they turned the clock back on here, so we're going to have a special guest at halftime. Addison Bent is going to come up and talk at halftime, and I'm looking forward to talking to her. senior on the girls team, but had the opportunity to make the last shot of the season.
That's fun.
Went in down at Massac County Thursday night and secured a 47-45 come from behind win at Massac County. Sweet win. I know anytime that Vienna beats Massac County, that's always a good win.
That's a good thing and great way to end the season.
Whether it's Metropolis, Massac County, doesn't matter what you call them.
They're good. Well, Ron, did you see that Michigan got knocked off today?
I did. I watched that game.
Ohio State.
By a point.
Yes.
They had a shot from the top of the key. Instead of taking it into the big guys on the inside, Brooks shot a three-pointer from the top of the key. It banged off the rim, hit the ground, and there was a scrum going for the ball. And the time ran out before they could secure it and get another shot up.
Wow.
But that was a big win for Ohio State.
That's a huge win. Michigan was the #1 seed in the tournament, weren't they?
Yeah. Illinois went to Michigan last week and beat them last Saturday.
Yeah.
So Michigan's had a little bit of a downturn here toward the end. And
Not when you want that to happen.
University of Illinois has just been ripping the last couple of weeks.
They've looked strong.
I forget the kid's name. I can't pronounce it. But he got his nose broken at Ohio State, and he's been wearing a mask. And he's been wearing the mask 24/7 because of it. And trying to get used to being able to
play
to play and wear that mask all the time. And then SIU Saluki football team, they knocked off Northern Iowa today. And another big win for them.
Northern Iowa is ranked number 4.
Well, and SIU was up to number 11.
Yes, so they've now beat the number 1 ranked team, number 4 ranked team. I believe it's the first time in program history this has happened that they have beat a top 5 ranked team twice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vienna High School, the home of the Vienna Eagles. On behalf of the Vienna High School Athletic Department, we'd like to take a few minutes to recognize our 4 basketball players before they take their home floor for the final varsity basketball game of their careers. In a year like none other, the trials and tribulations that have been endured by these fine young athletes and their families and friends truly provide a testament to their character. That is second to none. Vienna High School is so proud to honor these 9 senior athletes one last time in front of their family, friends, and peers. Vienna High School wants to thank these student athletes and their families for their commitment to excellence. As forever a part of the VHS family. Our first senior to be recognized this evening is Miss Taylor Penrod. She is a member of the dance team and the daughter of Marge and Dutch Penrod. Next up, Miss Chloe Clay. She's a member of the VHS cheer squad and the daughter of Mr. Michael Clay, Tracy Clay, and Billy Jones. Next is Miss Callista Conley. She's another member of the VHS cheer team, and she is the daughter of Randall and Lori Conley. Miss Kim Cook. She is a member of the VH cheer team and the daughter of Rick and Marcia Cook. Our final cheerleader, Miss Harmony Womack. She is the daughter of Rachel Womack. Next, we will honor our senior boys basketball players. First, Mr. Micah Harris. He is the son of Misty Lehman and John Harris. Next is Mr. Matthew Johnson. He is the son of Jeff and Elizabeth Johnson. Next is Mr. Mason Curley. He is the son of Chelsea Dials and the late Kevin Curley. And our final senior of the afternoon is Mr. Quentin Myers. He is the son of Christina Myers and the late Frank Thompson. Let's have one more final round of applause for these young men and women and their families.
Them both. They each had their own perks. I loved being in a small town and loved AJ, and I know Vienna's a great school as well. So it's always sad leaving those schools, but college is a good time too.
What was funny was the people the guys that I ran around with when we were in high school. You know, we thought that we'd be friends forever. Mm-hmm. And what's funny is life happens, and you wind up going different directions. And one of the guys that I ran with,
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike Faulkner, got killed in an automobile wreck up in St. Louis. But the other three that I ran with all the time, I haven't seen or talked to them in over 20 years.
Yeah. How that tends to happen.
At this time, would you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the performance of our national anthem. Today singing the national anthem is Vienna High School student and senior, Miss Taylor Penrod.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nice job.
I'm impressed.
Miss Penrod was singing that. And we're just about ready for action here this afternoon. Starting
Now,
lineups.
let's meet the teams. First, for the visitors from Century, a senior, number 1, Jacob Jones. A senior, number 12, Tyler Lang. A sophomore, number 14, Matt Nail. A senior, number 25, Drake Biggerstaff. And a sophomore, number 44, Jairin Neal. The Centurions are coached by Mr. Mark Zahn.
Yeah, we're going to find out who we're going to be starting here.
Mystery's going to be solved.
Yes.
And now, let's introduce your Vienna Eagles. A junior, number 3, Dawson Hill. A senior, number 4, Quentin Myers. A senior, number 11, Mason Curley. A senior, number 21, Micah Harris. And a senior, number 34, Matthew Johnson. The Eagles are coached by Mr. Steve Dreer, assisted by Roger Webb and Chris Watson. Tonight's officials, Dana Pearson, Mike Gammerman, and Mike Stallings.
So, a guard, 5'9" junior, number 3, Dawson Hill, and then all seniors. A forward, a 6'2" senior, number 4, Quentin Myers. A guard, 5'11" senior, number 11, Mason Curley. Senior, 5'8" senior, number 21, Micah Harris. And at a forward, a 6'2" senior, number 34, Matt Johnson. Vienna will be going from your left to right as you face your radio here this first half. And we are just about ready for action. They turned the lights off on the far ends and to spotlight the floor here a little bit better. And they've never done that one before, but I kind of like it.
Trying something new in the last ball game.
Look at the inbound the ball deep into the back court over to Jones, and the Centurions bring the ball up for the first time. Jones, man-to-man pressure by the Eagles. Flip it back out on top over to Lang. Lang, crossover dribble into the paint. Ball stripped away from him and unable to save it. It goes out of bounds off of Vienna. And we've played 21 seconds and no shot here in the early going. Inbounding the ball. Centurions get it in over to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff brings it out to the top of the key, bounces it off to Lang. Out to Jones, top of the key. Jones dumps it into the inside, and a foul. This will go against Harris. Got him up in the air, and that'll be Micah's first foul. Non-shooting foul. And Jones. Oh, nice entry pass on the fly to Biggerstaff, and Biggerstaff makes it. It's 2-0 here in the early going for the Centurions. 7:18 to go here in the first quarter. Left side to Johnson, in the corner to Myers. Myers double team. Ball poke checked away from him. They're going to call a walk. That'll be the first turnover in the game, and it'll be Centuries basketball. Length of the floor to go. Nice crowd in here this afternoon for senior day. See if the Eagles can finish on a good note with the basketball. Biggerstaff kicks it back over to Jones, and Jones will bring it into the front court. Working against Hill. Crossover dribble into the paint. Ball kicked away from him. Right over to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff, reverse layup is good, and it's quickly 4-0. Hill into the front court to Myers. Myers, top of the key. Bounces it right side over to Hill. Hill takes it back to the top of the key. Right side to Curley into Myers. Myers double team, triple team. Takes a dribble out, shoots the shot up, no good. Rebound comes out there to Johnson, over to Harris. Harris to Myers. Kicks it back to Hill in the left corner to Johnson. His three rims out of there, and the ball comes out to Jones. Jones Brings it into the front court. 6:23 to go here in the first quarter. Behind the back dribble into the paint. Little runner is good. Jones has 4, right?
No, Jones has 2.
3 people
and
have
Biggerstaff
2.
have 4.
Okay. Hill for a long 3 off the side of the rim. No good. Long rebound comes out to Lang. Lang falls down. Gets the ball back over to Jones. He hadn't crossed the center court yet. 5:57 to go. Behind the back dribble. And Hill creates a 5-second call.
Hill was all over him. That was good defense.
Mason Clark, 5'10 junior, is going to replace Jerine Neal. Neal played a lot of minutes in that JV game. Into the front court. It was 2 20-minute halves, and that was continuous clock, but it was still, he played a lot of minutes. Right side over to Johnson. Johnson. And we're going to get a foul. This will go against number 1, Jacob Jones. That'll be Jones's first. Team first on Century with 5:38 to go. 6-0. The Centurions are pitching a shutout here so far. Hill just holding the basketball. Goes to the left side. Bounces it to Harris. Harris looks inside to Myers. Left side over to Hill. 3-point shot from the left side. No good. Rebound comes out to Lang. And Lang's going to get hit with a foul for elbowing. He's playing with a little bit of an attitude here. He's the senior. He picks up his second foul. Yeah, it's not hard. It's not bad to play with an attitude, but you have to play restrained.
You do.
You can't be silly. And throwing an elbow, he gets him a seat on the bench. Connor Skaggs comes in, 5'10 sophomore. Way out on top, Johnson to Hill. Hill, top of the key, picks up the dribble to Myers. Myers, double team, dribbles out of trouble. Kicks it on the left side to Johnson. His long deuce, his foot was on the line, no good. Rebound comes out of there to Clark. Clark gets it over to Lang and into the front court. They're going to get Curley with the push. Mason Curley will pick up his first foul, team second, and both teams with 2 team fouls. 4:58 to go, and we're going to have our first mask timeout. 6-zip. Century. We'll be right back.
Rusty Flam of Rusty's Home Center in Anna, Vienna, and coming soon to Goreville wishes all the teams in Union and Johnson counties good luck this basketball season. It's nice to see you back on the hardwood. Speaking of hardwood, go to Rusty's for all of your lumber needs for new construction or home repair. Or if you need new doors, new windows, a new roof, or you want a new kitchen, they can do all of that at Rusty's Home Center in Anna, Vienna, and soon in Goreville. Call Rusty's in Anna at 618-833-2101 or in Vienna at 618-658-3761. Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? When you work with Russ Kruger, your Vienna Edward Jones financial advisor, he focuses on what's important to you. You'll work together and use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And he'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact Russ today at 618-658-2222. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
We're back here at Vienna High School. I'm Ron Ellis, Kelly Wood alongside. Illinois wins their game against Iowa. They'll take on the Ohio State Buckeyes tomorrow afternoon for the championship of the Big Ten to go to the automatic berth into the NCAA tournament. Iona is beating Fairfield for the MAC Conference Championship, and I didn't know until today, I was watching a little bit of that game, Rick Pitino. Hadn't heard of him in a while. He's the head coach at Iona now.
Is he really?
Yep.
No, I did not know that either.
With the basketball, Skaggs, they get it inside. Blocked by Myers. They got it into Neal, and Myers got the block. It's a man-to-man, I think, with a drive to the hole. Nice play by Biggerstaff, and all of a sudden it's 8-0. Century with the lead. The original starting lineup still in for the Eagles. Johnson gets it to Harris. He's double teamed. That's Curley. He's double teamed. Now Myers is double teamed. Over to Hill. Hill into the paint, kicks it back to Myers. Myers thought about a three, over to Harris. Harris on the right wing, double team, tried to force it down on underneath to Curley, and he throws it away. That's the second turnover on the Eagles here in the first quarter. And we're getting ready to have some subs at the next whistle. Tyler Lang with the ball out on the side, 3:47 to go. They get it into Neal. Neal kicks it back out on side to Skaggs. Skaggs on top, over to Biggerstaff. Back to Skaggs, into Neal. Neal works his way in, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound comes out to Nail. Matt Nail with it, kicks it back out on top, over to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff having a great first quarter, and he's going to be fouled by Harris on a body check. That'll be his second, team third.
This is starting to be reminiscent of last night's game, getting deep into the first quarter without a field goal yet for the Eagles.
Curley, Harris, and Johnson all take a seat. Skylar Blankenship comes in. Charlie King comes in. And Owen Treat. Owen Treat, a 5'11 freshman. Charlie King, a 6'1 sophomore. And Skylar, a 6'5 junior, come into the game. They get it down to Biggerstaff, throws it away. Hill brings it out of there. Into the front court, left side over to Myers. Quick three-pointer off the side of the rim, no good. Charlie King bats it out. Long come out to Lang. Lang puts it up and scores. And it's 10-0 here to start the game. Blankenship goes down. Oh, what a nice move. Missed the charge. And Century with the rebound. Out on top with the ball is Skaggs. He goes to the right side, gets it off to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff with 2:44 to go. Long three, way short. Myers with the rebound. Eagles want to run. Myers into the front court, launches the three, air ball almost, barely drew the backboard. Out to Treat. His three-pointer doesn't go, hits the rim twice. Rebound comes out there to Nail. Nail gets it over to Lang, and Lang will walk it up with 2:22 to go. Here in quarter number one, Vienna still on, looking for its first points. So 1-3-1 zone in the right corner over to Nail. They dump it inside the Biggerstaff, double teamed, and he's going to be fouled. This will go against Blankenship. That'll be his first. 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and that's the fourth team foul on the Eagles. And we're going to have a timeout, 30 by the Vienna Eagles. We're going to keep it right here as Kelly, Vienna, looking for their first points.
Yeah.
And sort of like reminiscent the last night you said this.
Yeah.
We didn't score our first basket last night until 17 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Well, we can still beat that.
We did have two free throws to start the game. Charlie King hit two free throws, and then it was a long drought to the first basket.
To that 17-second mark. So we can beat that right now. Setting up some offense. We haven't seen a lot of that going on yet. Would like to see the Eagles set it up and hopefully score.
Yeah. I remember you said we were 1 of 17 in the first quarter last night.
Yeah, and right now 0 for 9.
Wow.
A lot of shots been taken.
To the free throw line, Drake Biggerstaff, 5'10 senior.
7 of those have been three-pointers.
Free throw is good. That's when you need to take the ball inside. Establish your game there. It's 11-0. There used to be a Biggerstaff that was an official. I wonder if that's a grandson.
Maybe so.
Coming in. No, nobody came in. Number 33 going out to the locker room. I'm not sure what the problem is. I don't have him on my roster. Second free throw by Biggerstaff is good, and it's a 12-0 lead. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Hill, right side to Blankenship. Blankenship double team, shot up, no good. Rebound comes out of there to Biggerstaff. He gets it over to Lang, and Lang will walk it into the front court. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Right side over to Skaggs. Skaggs looks inside, back out on top to Lang. So 1-3-1 extended by the Eagles. And Century looking to run a little clock here with a 1-3-1 zone, and they're going to force Vienna to go man. Lang has it, Back over to Skaggs, and now they've manned up. Everybody picks somebody. Biggerstaff forces the shot up, too strong. Myers gets the rebound, races into the front court, into Blankenship, and Blankenship is going to be fouled. This will be on the floor. Matt Nail with the foul, the 6'3" sophomore. That's the third team foul on the Century Centurions, and Treat will inbound the ball. Treat out on top to Blankenship. Blankenship, right corner to Myers, 17-foot jump shot, no good. Blankenship with the rebound, counted and one. And this should go against Biggerstaff. And it is, that's his first. And Skylar Blankenship with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go gets the first basket and follows it up with a free throw, and it's 12-3. So he knocked out both free throw and basket with 1:13 to go here in the first quarter. And Kelly, you're right. We beat the 17-cent mark.
I like improvement.
Biggerstaff falls down, and that's going to be an over and back. Biggerstaff is not happy.
I think he thought he was pushed that direction, and I think he may have just fallen down. I'm not sure.
We'll say that.
There was a lot going on.
There was a little traffic out there by center court. He did a bad thing by picking the ball up that close to center court in the first place. Right side to Blankenship. Skip pass. Left side over to King. Foot three-pointer's good. And just like that, it's 12-6. Cut it in half. 38 seconds to go. Charlie was as close to that three-point mark as he could without going over it. Lang with the dribble. Over to Skaggs. Skaggs with 24 seconds. Knocked loose by Treat. They're going to get Treat with the foul. That'll be Owen's first, team fifth. And Vienna could have Century in the bonus here quickly in the second quarter. Into the back court. Over to Lang. Lang passes it up to Skaggs in the front court. Skaggs, double team, gets it out between the circles. He gets it back. Thought about a three. Good ball movement. Clark had it. Back over to Lang. Shot over the top of Myers. No good. Fight for the rebound. Biggerstaff comes out there with it. On the fadeaway, he's fallen down. No good. And before Skaggs can get the shot off, the horn sounds. And we've played 8 minutes here in the last game of the season for the Vienna Eagles and the Century Centurions. 12-6 Century. We'll be right back.
Tracy Williams and Laura Goddard at Goddard's Auto Body would like to welcome the Vienna girls and boys back to the hardwood. Goddard's Auto Body provides 24-hour towing, collision repair, brakes and shocks, alignments, oil changes, and can fit your car or truck with a new set of tires. Goddard's Auto Body is located at 865 Old Route 146 Loop. Call them at 618-658-3191 and see what Goddard's Auto Body can do for you. From Laura Goddard and Tracy Williams, good luck to the Vienna girls and boys this season. Go Eagles!
Southern Trust Bank in Vienna would like to wish Vienna Eagle boys coach Dreer and Vienna Eagle girls coach Metcalf good luck this basketball season. Southern Trust Bank is locally owned with branches in Goreville and Marion and an ATM at the Lake of Egypt. With home interest rates at record lows, call them for help lowering your monthly mortgage payment or let them assist you in buying that new house. Or talk to them if you need financing for a new auto or truck. Southern Trust Bank, 618-658-8888.
We're back here at Vienna High School. 12-6 is the score. Kelly, you got some quick scores?
I do. For Vienna, 2 players on the board. Charlie King with 3 and Skylar Blankenship with 3. Taking a look at Century, Jacob Jones with 2, Tyler Lang 2, and Drake Biggerstaff is the leading scorer for both teams with 8 points.
Century almost come up with the steal. Addison Bentz here. We're going to have a conversation with her at halftime here. Talk about Thursday night's game just a little bit.
Sounds like a good one.
It'll be fun. Myers has it off the glass and scores. It wasn't sure. It wanted to fall in.
It thought about it.
12-8. Eagles cut it back to a 4-point deficit. Biggerstaff all the way down. Splits a double team. Too strong off the glass. And Jacob Jones is going to pick up the third foul. His third foul here in the first quarter. And when you have 2 fouls, you got to slow it down just a little bit. 7:37 to go, and they're going to leave him in the game.
I never learned that lesson, so I understand.
Hill, left side, over to King, to Myers. Myers out on top to King, right side to Hill. Three-pointer way off the mark. Rebound pulled out there by Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff gets it over to Jones. Jones brings it into the front court, behind the back dribble. With the dribble, still out on top. 5-second count again. That's their fourth turnover. And that young man's having a difficult time here in the early going. Dawson Hill was playing great defense, got in his grill and stayed right with him, never backing up to drop the count off. Myers out on top to Treat. Skip pass right side to King. King into the paint. Ball knocked away from him and stolen. Coming back the other way, Century. With the ball is Lang. He's knocked to the floor and it goes out of bounds off of Lang's foot. It should be Vienna's ball. .30-second timeout taken by Century. We'll be right back.
When you don't have the right tools for the job, hard work just gets harder. With more standard features, longer warranty, and the best in-class performance, you can get the job done right the first time, all for a value that offers, well, simply more than the rest. LS Tractor. See the LS difference at lstractorusa.com.
Come test drive an LS tractor at CK Equipment in Vienna or check out their website at cksellsit.com.
We're back here at Vienna High School, 12-8. The Eagles have come roaring back. It was 12-0, and now the Eagles on an 8-0 run with the basketball. Length of the floor to go. Owen Treat will inbound it to Dawson Hill. Treat, Hill, Blankenship, Myers, and King, the 5 Eagles on the floor. Ball knocked out of bounds by Biggerstaff. And then coming in, Skaggs is going to replace Nail. We have Jones, Lang, Skaggs, Biggerstaff, and Clark on the floor, and Treat is called for a walk. That'll be the 4th turnover on the Eagles, 4 turnovers on the Centurions, and now full court pressure by Vienna. Biggerstaff gets it into Jones. Jones races up the sideline into the front court all the way down, sidesteps Myers, lays it up and in. Breaks an 8-0 run, makes it 14-8. Right side, Treat out on top to King. He walks, no call. Ball stolen away by Lang. Lang goes down, and he's going to be fouled by Hill. Looked like Hill got a good block there. That was a late foul, but they're still going to get Dawson with his first, and that'll be a 2-shot foul, and that'll put them in the bonus for the rest of the half. To the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Tyler Lang, the 5'9 senior. 6:23 to go here in quarter number 2 on Senior Day. First free throw's good. 15-8.
Senior Day, homecoming, and last game of the season all wrapped up in one today.
All in one day. Mason Curley comes back in. Matt Johnson comes in. Myers takes a blow. Free throw is good. And it's a 16-8 lead. Hill into the front court. Right side to Treat, over to Curley, into Blankenship. He forces the shot up, no good. Rebound comes out there to Biggerstaff. Vienna going to press off the miss. Curley all over Biggerstaff, gets it across the half line, and we're going to get a foul on Curley, I believe. It'll be a 1-and-1. It is Mason's second foul. And it'll be a 1-and-1. Biggerstaff, who just hit 2 free throws, will be back there again. 6:06 to go here in the second quarter. Free throw way strong. And Jones comes out of there, skies for it, and then he's going to be fouled. Treat and Jones getting into it here a little bit. Jones has played with an attitude the entire game.
Since the first whistle was blown.
Treat will pick up his second foul. Jones has 3. 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go. That took 5 seconds off the clock. Jones, his first free throw is good, and it's 17-8. They were 2 of 2 from the free throw line in the first quarter. They're 3 of 4 right now. And we'll see I'll bet we see the officials tighten this game down here real quick.
It's starting to get a little bit heated.
Second free throw, nothing but the bottom of the net, and it's a 10-point lead again, 18-8. Hill across the half line, bounces it down to Blankenship. He has the ball knocked away from him, and it goes out of bounds. And that is the 5th turnover in the game on the Eagles. 5:54. Vienna right now, there's not much flow to their offense. Biggerstaff tries to get it to Jones. Jones is double teamed up to Skaggs. Skaggs into the front court. Left side to Biggerstaff. Back to Jones, and he'll set it up between the circles. Jones go behind the back into the paint. Over to Lang. Down on the baseline, back to Jones to Lang. Lang, wide open 3, rims out of there. Blankenship with the board over to Hill. Eagles want to run. Into the front court, Treat. Gets it into Blankenship. Off the glass, leaves it short. A lot of body, no good. With the rebound, that comes out to Curley. He got hit in the lower midsection, and the rebound comes out there to the Century Centurions. Jones goes all the way down, blocked out of there by Blankenship. Blankenship with the big block. And the crowd keeps coming in.
They do. About 50 people here.
At least. The 50 on one group and 50 on a second group. Skaggs got the 3.
We divide them out.
21-8. We only count them 50 at a time. Into the front court, Treat all the way down. Oh, nice down to Blankenship, and Blankenship is creamed by Jones, and that'll be Jones's 4th foul, and he comes out. He's got 4 fouls. He may not be long for this game. With 3 fouls, that was a dumb foul. And then to come up and put a shoulder into Blankenship was even stupider. Free throw's no good.
He will certainly make
Skaggs
his exit
is going
now.
to come out, and Jones is going to come out. .457 to go here in quarter number 2. Second free throw makes it 21-9. Full court pressure, and they're going to get Curley with his 3rd foul. I think they're going to call it tight for just a little bit, trying to reestablish.
Certainly what we're seeing right now.
Get rid of the chippiness that's out there on the floor.
Playing like it's the last game of the season.
Yeah. Jairane Neal. These two teams used to be in the same conference. Vienna got out of the SEC, went to the Black Diamond. Free throw is no good, but the rebound comes out there to Clark. Clark gets it out on top to Neal. Into Jairane Neal. Ball taken back by Biggerstaff to Neal. Left side, Tyler Lang's 3's good. Lang makes it 24-9. 15-point lead. Treat tries to split a double team. No good. Biggerstaff comes up with the loose ball, takes it down, kicks it back out to Lang for 3 off the front of the rim. Hill with the rebound. Hill all the way down. Ball taken away from him by Lang. Baseball pass down to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff reverse layup, leaves it short. Shot up by Jairane Neal is good, and it's 26-9. Coach Dreher wants a timeout with 4:07 to go. That'll be the mask timeout. We'll take a break ourselves and be right back.
Susie and Danny Joe Trevelyan, along with Joel and Judd and the families of Trevelyan Farms in Grantsburg, wish the Vienna boys and girls basketball teams good luck as they finally get back on the floor. We're not able to be there to support you in person, but we want you to know that we are there to support you in true Vienna Eagle spirit. Congratulations to the seniors for all your dedication and hard work, and good luck not only this season but for the rest of your lives. Once again, good luck to all the Vienna teams from Trevelyan Farms.
With 25 years experience, Vince Hofford at Vince's DJ Show provides professional DJ services with music for all occasions. Whether it's a wedding, class reunion, school dance, prom, homecoming, or party in your backyard, Vince's DJ Show can provide the music for all your party needs. Vince's DJ Show welcomes Vienna boys coach Steve Dreher and welcomes back coach Rick Metcalf as the new girls coach. Good luck, Vienna boys and girls, and give Vince a call at 618-658-9095.
We're back here at Vienna High School, and I'll tell you what, Century has flat taken it right to Vienna.
They have, and it's been a rough ball game. I think that's why we're seeing the fouls called right now. Really did not expect Century to come out with the run they have. But here we are, and Vienna's going to need to make some adjustments right now. I think that's why Coach Dreher is in the timeout, and they're still going and getting the whistle blown at them.
Well, it was 12. Vienna had gone on an 8-0 run to cut it. Century started the game on a 12-0 run to take a 12-0 lead. Vienna hit a traditional three and a three-pointer. Blankenship got the traditional three, and then the three-pointer was by who?
The three-pointer for Vienna was Charlie King.
And that cut it to 12-6. That's the way the first quarter ended. And then Vienna scored, made it 12-8. Long three is good by Charlie King. He hits the second one.
And that's the second field goal of this quarter.
That breaks a 14-1 run by the Century Centurions. They've led the entire way with the basketball. Out on top is Lang. Lang just dribbling around out there. Right side over to Nail. That's Matt Nail. He's a sophomore. They get it to Jirane. Neal. Right side to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff goes baseline. And we're going to get a charging foul on Biggerstaff. Hill is very adept at picking up charges. That'll be the second foul on Biggerstaff. The seventh player control foul, so there will be no free throws on that one.
I'm not saying that wasn't a charge. I think it was, but Hill does a very good job of putting himself in position to get the charge called.
And he's short enough that you don't see him in there.
Right.
Myers, left side over to Treat for three, off the back of the rim. Hill with the rebound. Hill backs it up between the circles. 1-3-1 zone by Century now. Hill goes left side over to King. King back to Hill. Hill looks inside, nothing there. Treat on the left side. Wide open three, off the back of the rim again. Myers with the rebound. Myers shot off the glass and in. Nice high arching shot, makes it 26-14. 2:40 to go here in the first half. Walking it up into the front court is Tyler Lang. Left side over to Clark. Clark back to Lang. Lang to Clark. 1-3-1. They just throw it right over the top. They're playing pitch and catch. Blankenship has it go over his head, right side to Nail. Baseball pass out on top to Clark. To Neal. Biggerstaff for three, air ball, and unable to save it is Matt Nail. It'll go out of bounds. And it will be Vienna Eagle basketball with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the first half. Hill bounces it to King. Back over to Hill. Hill takes a couple of dribbles, picks it up, gets it to Blankenship, top of the key. Blankenship goes to the right. Little 10-footer's good by Schuyler, and it's 26-16, back to a 10-point deficit. Vienna's only been as close as 8 after the initial 12-0 run. Ball's tipped by Blankenship. Lang has it, back over to Clark. back over to Lang. Lang, out center court, over to Clark. They give it to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff bounces it out on top to Lang. Back to Biggerstaff. Skip pass, right side, over to Nail. Back out on top, back to Nail. Nail drives baseline. He's double teamed. Kicks it out on top to Jiraine Neal. To Clark. Clark takes a couple dribbles. Back out on top over to Lang. Lang right side over to Nail. To Lang. 45 seconds to go. Vienna has ball stripped away by Treat. Down to Blankenship to Treat. Good. Off the steal. 26-18. That's the 5th turnover of the game on Century. 30 seconds to go. Nice wraparound by Treat to knock the ball loose. Biggerstaff out on top over to Clark. Mason Clark, 5'10 junior. To Lang. To Clark. Back to Lang. Lang comes up to a double team on the baseline over to Nail. Nail back over to Lang. Lang takes it back between the circles. 2 seconds. Long shot, no good, and Hill comes down with the rebound at the buzzer. That's not what you want to see. Hold the ball for 37 seconds and get a weak shot from about 28 feet out.
A lot of time for that.
But Vienna on a little run right there at the end of the second quarter to cut it to 26-18. We'll total everything up and be back for some stats and an interview with Addison Bent right after these messages.
Everyone at Southern FS would like to wish Coach Rick Metcalf and the Vienna Eagle girls and Coach Steve Dreer and the Vienna Eagle boys basketball teams lots of success this basketball season. Southern FS is your local source for gas or diesel fuel, LP gas for your residential or commercial needs, feed, seed, and chemical or agronomy needs. Southern FS Vienna's office is located at 615 Old Route 146 Loop, or give them a call at 618-658-5231. From everyone at Southern FS, let's go Eagles. Bank anytime with the Allegiance Bank app, introducing new features with all the conveniences you already love, like 24/7 access, account transactions, online bill pay, and now even more powerful tools like mobile deposit for true banking on the go. Spin, making person-to-person payments easy and secure, along with smart tools like GoFocus to help you visualize your financial profile and plan for the future. It's the next best thing to banking with them in person. Download their app for free today in the App Store or Google Play. Allegiance Bank, building stronger communities since 1906. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Are you saving enough to maintain your current lifestyle throughout your retirement years? Is it time to increase your retirement plan contributions? Is your asset allocation consistent with your retirement planning goals? Rodney Golson at Golson Financial Services can help you determine if it would be in your best interest to revisit your retirement planning goals. Call him today at 618-658-7008 or simply stop by the office to arrange a free, no-obligation personal consultation. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Larry and Ned Trevelyan of Trevelyan Brothers Construction would like to wish the Vienna Eagles boys and girls basketball teams good luck this season. Call Trevelyan Brothers Construction for a bid for any residential or commercial construction need. They also can provide landscaping for your residential or commercial projects. Trevelyan Brothers Construction is located at 1915 State Route 146 East, Vienna, Illinois. Give Ned Trevelyan a call to set up a time for a quote at 618-658-4590.
Back here at Vienna High School, 26-18. The Eagles trail the Centurions on senior night. And put your headset on there, girl. Nope, turn around. There you go. So Addison Bent, senior from the Vienna girls team, they finished with a big victory Thursday night on the road down at Metropolis in Massac County High School. And coming from behind, Addison, senior, out on the floor. We were just talking. What were your thoughts going into that game with you and the other girls on the team, 11-2, knowing that last time you were ever going to step on a floor representing Vienna High School in basketball?
We got on the bus, and our coach, he told us that we need to go over the scouting report. So we did that the whole way there. It only prepared us to think about the game. So we were ready, and we knew that if we won, it would be the biggest win of our season.
It was a great win. And nip and tuck, you guys overcame a double-digit deficit. And with a great run in the fourth quarter, you had the game-winning basket with 5.2 seconds left in the game. And what was that like to be able to get the basket? You got the rebound on the right side, got it off the glass, and scored. And that was fantastic to be able to do that.
I wasn't thinking like this is going to be the basket to win. The ball went up, and I knew if I got the rebound, I was going back up with it.
They had, in the fourth quarter, it was nip and tuck. We had 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter. There were 13 lead changes in the game, 4 ties. Vienna had the lead at 41-40. They tied it at 43. They took the lead at 45-43. You came back to tie it with 2 free throws. Vienna did, 45-45, and then you hit the basket with, like I said, with 5.2 seconds. It was a rebound and put up and in, and a great win for the kids, for the Vienna team. And you finished the game with 12 points. And 3 girls. Coach Metcalf's always talking about if you get 3 people in double figures, you guys are very difficult to beat, and that's the way it worked out. Emma Rush, a senior, had 11 points. Emmy Treat had 11 points, and you had 12 points. So that was, absolutely tremendous the way that came down.
Yes, Coach has, you never know what Coach is going to throw. Like, he throws out the different strategy every game. But like you said, if we get the good team play and we get everybody in double digits, then we are hard to beat.
So what are you going to do when after graduation? What will you be doing? Any ideas yet?
I'm actually leaving to go up to Wisconsin tomorrow for a visit.
Really?
Yes, University of Wisconsin at Whitewater.
At Whitewater? Is that a Division II or Division III school?
A D3.
Are you going to be playing sports or?
Basketball.
Basketball?
Yep.
That's cool. The Division III that's a great program. Mm-hmm. They have a good tournament runs and everything. That would be what are you wanting to do when you grow up?
I want to go into speech pathology.
Great profession.
Yes, make good money.
You do. I have a real good friend that she got her speech pathology degree and started. She had to get a master's too, but started at $75,000 a year. Not bad for somebody in their upper 20s.
Oh yeah, and I plan on also getting my doctorates in the field too. So.
Awesome. That's great. Do you play spring sports too?
I played AAU basketball, and so I kind of just do year-round basketball.
Okay. Well, congratulations on a very good year, 12-2, and that'll be fun to go back and watch that game. And game-winning basket against Massac County. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And congratulations to all you and the girls. What are you going to Are you in the homecoming court or no? So you're going to go to the dance tonight?
Yeah. Coronation starts at 7, and then we do have a couple girls on court. Emmy's on court. both Emmys are actually. And I don't know about any of the other girls, but we do the coordination and then we dance.
I gotta ask this. Are y'all going to be able to actually dance, or what's the deal? Do you have to have social distancing here, or what's have they said anything?
So we're going to have the new gym open, the old gym open, and the commons. So we'll just have the 3 areas kind of spread out, and that'll be about it.
So are you actually going to be able to dance?
Yes, yeah.
Because that's interesting. We were discussing that just a little bit ago. Addison, congratulations. Good luck in college, and have a fun senior year. These last couple of months are going to absolutely fly by, girl.
I believe it.
Thank you for coming up and talking with us.
Thank you, and I appreciate you guys filming these. This is awesome to have this.
I've really been honored to do it. It was a lot of fun. I've had a great time. Addison Bent, and we'll get Kelly in here in just a second. And thank you, girl.
Thank you.
And we'll get some totals here real quick. We've had a couple of runs here. Century started the game on a 12-0 run to take a 12-0 lead. Vienna had an 8-0 run to cut it to 12-8. Then it was a 14-0 run by Century to open up a 14-1 run to open up a 26-9 lead. And then Vienna closed the quarter on a 9-0 run to cut it to 26-18. We'll get all the individual totals here in just a few minutes, and we've just started the third quarter. Jones is going to be out there with his 4 fouls. It's a 1-3-1 by the Eagles. We'll see how long they stay in that before they move to a man-to-man. Jones, Tyler Lang to Jairae Neal, down underneath, shot up and good by Matt Nail, and the other one is Biggerstaff. He's out there, and that is Drake Biggerstaff. 28-18.
And Charlie King with a 3.
Charlie King drains a 3, makes it 28-21. A football score. Biggerstaff with the ball. Skip pass, right side, left side over to Lang. Down underneath, over to Nail, and Nail is going to be fouled. This may go against Treat.
And he doesn't like it.
That'll be his third. It is his third.
He is shocked.
Matt Nail to the free throw line to shoot 2. 6:51 to go in the third quarter. First free throw's no good. 12-2. The girls had a great
That's a wonderful
mini season.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, a mini season.
It is, yeah. It's a shame there couldn't have been more games played.
And a tournament run. I would have loved to have seen how far they could go. Second free throw is good. Makes it 29-21, an 8-point Century lead. The Centurions have led the entire way. Hill on the right side to Treat. Back out on top to Hill to King. King behind the back dribble over to Hill. His three-pointer off the back of the rim. He fouled his shot up. It's blocked by Jairae Neal. That'll be a foul on him. His first, team first in the half. And Dawson Hill will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. His first free throw is good. 29-22. Dawson administered the ball. That's his first point of the day. Second is also good. 29-23, a 2-possession lead for the Centurions. Full court pressure by the Eagles. Jones picks up the dribble, gets it to Biggerstaff, back over to Jones. Jones brings it into the front court with the dribble. Working against Hill, into the paint. Little floater, no good. Treat with the rebound. Treat gets it over to Hill. Hill bounces it down to Myers on the baseline. 15-foot jump shot is too strong. Rebound by Jones, and Jones is going to be fouled. No call. They didn't call the walk either, so they didn't call anything on that one. Jones gets it back out on top over to Lang. Lang down underneath. Shot off the glass by Nail is good, and good spacing by Century right there to get the lane open under the basket. Hill to King. King kicks it right side back over to Hill. Oh, nice pass down to Blankenship. Shot no good. Myers, they're going to call a walk on him. Looked like he got pushed a little bit. 5:40 to go here in the third quarter. Still a very physical basketball game. Into the front court, Lang, double team, out on top to Jones. Right side to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff splits a double team, puts it off the glass and scores. 33-23, 10-point lead. Blankenship somehow stayed in bounds, skip pass over to Charlie King, and it goes out of bounds. Nice tip by Jacob Jones. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go, and the Eagles have been outscored 7-5 this quarter. Blankenship off the glass, doesn't get the roll. He'll go to the line for two, and this may go against number 14, Matt Nail. It is his second, team second, and Skyler will go to the line for 2 free throws. First is no good.
And Nail has had 2 fouls and 5 points all in this quarter. Neither of those things in the first half.
Blankenship's second free throw from the right-hander is good. 33-24. Jones brings the ball into the front court. He's got 4 fouls. Jones working against Hill. Ball between his legs. Hill steals it. Gets it over to Treat. Treat down to Blankenship. Lays it up and in. Blankenship running the floor well. Makes it 33-26. And Jones trying to be fancy with the ball. Had it stripped away from him as he tried to go between his legs and lost possession. Jones, wide open three off the front of the rim. And Treat has the ball knocked out of bounds. They say it's off of him as him and Jyrane Neal got tangled up. 4:37 to go here in the third quarter. Jacob Jones will inbound the ball under his own goal. Way out on top over to Biggerstaff. Left side to Jones. Jones, crossover dribble, behind the back dribble. Working up, fadeaway jump shot, trying to get the foul against Hill. Blankenship with the foul. Dawson Hill up to Treat. Back over to Blankenship. Kicks it in the left corner and then stolen away. Century coming back. Crossover step. No good. Treat with the rebound. Vienna has numbers. 4 on 3. Down to Blankenship. Off the glass. Doesn't get it. Blankenship back up and in. Blankenship. 33-28.
This is a new ball game.
Yes, it is. Out on top on the left wing. They get it down to Jyrane Neal. It goes off of his shin, out of bounds. That's their second turnover and back-to-back possessions. And with 3:50 to go, Skaggs is going to replace Jones, and we're going to have a mask timeout. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back ourselves.
At Pantera, we understand life is busy. We know you have priorities that take precedence over making a trip to the bank. I'm Jeff Spieth, Market Executive for Pantera, and I've been there. That's why we strive to offer convenient options that make banking easy for you. Pay for your coffee with your phone using Digital Wallet. Deposit your checks from the stands with Mobile Check Deposit. Pay bills and more from the comfort of your home with digital banking. Pantera, proud supporters of high school athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
33-28 is our score. Kelly, you got some individual totals here real quick, girl.
I do. Ending the first half, we have Charlie King with 6 points, Quentin Myers 4, Owen Treat 2, and Skylar Blankenship with 6. Skylar has had 5 points so far this half, 2 for Dawson Hill and 3 for Charlie King. Taking a look at Century to end the half, 6 for Jacob Jones, 3 Connor Skaggs, 7 for Tyler Lang, 2 for Jyrene Neal, and the leading scorer of the game is Drake Biggerstaff with 8 points.
He hasn't scored this quarter, has he?
He has no, he has not.
Into the front court with the ball, Vienna's Dawson Hill.
I lied, he scored 2 points.
Okay. Hill bounces that on top to King. It's a 1-2-2 zone by Century. They get it into Myers, 15-foot jump shot, way short. Rebound comes out of there to Tyler Lang. Lang lets everyone clear out. Now he's going to bring it into the front court. So it's Lang, Nail, Biggerstaff, Neal, and Skaggs for the Centurions. Treat, Hill, King, Myers, and Blankenship for the Eagles. Left side over to Lang, into the left corner to Skaggs, out on top to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff working against King, blows past him. They're going to get King with a reach in, I'm sure. Or no, it's going to, yep, King. Charlie picks up his first foul of the game. Second foul on the Eagles this half. Both teams with 2 team fouls. 2:55 to go in the third quarter. They get it into Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff back out on top to Skaggs. Skaggs sets up the play. Backs it up towards center court. Gets it to Nail. Nail. Little floater, no good in the paint. Myers bats it around, and Skaggs finally comes out there with a loose ball. Skaggs dumps it into Neal. Neal underneath, puts it off the glass, short. Blankenship knocks it out, and it comes out to Skaggs. Skaggs out on top to Lang. Lang left side to Skaggs. Skaggs with 2:17 to go here in the third quarter. Ball knocked away by Blankenship, and they're going to call Blankenship coming over the top. That'll be Blankenship's second. Third team foul on the Eagles. And it will be Century basketball in front of, right next to their bench. Mark Zane gives some little instruction from sitting down there. Biggerstaff, right side, over to Nail. Nail to Neal. Back out on top to Skaggs, and they set it up again. Biggerstaff to Neal. Into Nail. Nail double team, gets it back to Neal, right side to Nail. It's the Nail show. Biggerstaff out on top to Lang. Now Vienna's may match up. Ball stripped away, and they're going to get Charlie King with the foul on the floor. King didn't think so. That'll be Charlie's second, team fourth. And Century's done a good job of draining a couple of minutes off the clock here.
Yeah, not much happening in the last couple of minutes of play, other than you saying Neal and Nail.
Underneath the basket. Ball stripped away and then taken by King into the front court. Vienna down to Blankenship, and he stuffs it. 33-30.
That'll get some fire in this ball game.
That's the closest Vienna's been this game. Since the very, very, very beginning, Tyler Lang into the front court. Man-to-man pressure by the Eagles. Biggerstaff drives past and then partially blocked by Blankenship. Hill comes out there with it. Hill down to Blankenship. Lays it up, and we're going to get a walk.
It was the right call, but I wish it wasn't.
1 minute and 1 second to go, and Jacob Jones comes back in. Mason Curley's going to replace Charlie Jones.
Coach Dreer's taking the suit jacket off. He's ready to coach now.
61 seconds left here in the third quarter. Full court pressure by the Eagles. They trail by 3. Jones has it. He's double teamed. Baseball pass into the front court to Lang. Lang. And they're going to call a foul on Myers. They could have called an elbow. Tyler Lang threw an elbow against Myers, and they're going to call Myers with the foul. That'll be his first, and that's the 5th team foul on the Eagles. Jones has it out by center court. Jones double dribbles, right side to Biggerstaff. On the right corner, over to Nail. Nail out to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff, the senior, behind the back dribble. Left side over to Lang. Lang. Still dribbling, hands it off over to Jones. Jones thought about a long deuce, gets it back over to Biggerstaff. Into the paint. Biggerstaff, left corner to Nail. His 3 off the back of the rim. Curley with the rebound. Curley gets it over to Hill, and the Eagles can tie with a 3. Right side to Curley. 3 seconds to go. It's knocked out of bounds. and it will be Eagle basketball under their own goal. They got it 2.3 seconds to go. Plenty of time to get a decent shot off here. Hill will inbound the ball. Hill is ready. They look to get it in to Myers. Myers shoots a three, way short. Looked like he may have had a little help there. And that's the way the third quarter comes to a close, but a good one for the Eagles. They cut it to a 3-point deficit, 33-30. We'll be right back.
Rusty Flam of Rusty's Home Center in Anna, Vienna, and coming soon to Goreville wishes all the teams in Union and Johnson counties good luck this basketball season. It's nice to see you back on the hardwood. Speaking of hardwood, go to Rusty's for all of your lumber needs for new construction or home repair. Or if you need new doors, new windows, a new roof, or you want a new kitchen, they can do all of that at Rusty's Home Center in Anna, Vienna, and soon in Goreville. Call Rusty's in Anna at 618-833-2101 or in Vienna at 618-658-3761. Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? When you work with Russ Critter, your Vienna Edward Jones financial advisor, he focuses on what's important to you. You'll work together and use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And he'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact Russ today at 618-658-2222. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
We're back here at Vienna High School. I'm Ron Ellis, Kelly Wood alongside. You're listening to WIBH and the Vienna High School Productions. Vienna won that quarter split 12-7. They hit 3 of 4 free throws. Century hit 1 of 2 free throws. Both teams had 3 turnovers. And Kelly, you got some quick totals?
I do for Vienna. 9 points for Charlie King, 2 for Dawson Hill, 4 Quentin Myers, 2 for Owen Treat, and 13 for Skylar Blankenship.
Myers, Treat, Blankenship, King, and Hill, the 5 people on the floor right now for the Eagles. On the other side of the floor, we got Jones, Biggerstaff, Lang, Nail, and 22 is Clark. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes out there to Clark. Clark gets it over to Jones. Jones been playing a while with 4 fouls. Jones working against Myers. Gets it over to Neal. Back over to Jones. Into Neal. Blankenship got him underneath the basket. They kick it out to Jones. Jones with Treat. Long 3. Rims out of there. Blankenship with the rebound. Second trip down the floor. We can cut into a 3-point deficit. Myers. Skip pass right side to Hill. Down to Blankenship. Off the glass. No good, but he'll go to the line for 2 as Jiraine Neal will pick up his second foul. Just the 3rd team foul on Century this half, and 2 big free throws with the clock stopped for Skylar Blankenship. His first free throw is no good. He's got 13 points on the afternoon, it looks like.
He does.
Second free throw from the Redhead is no good. Myers with the rebound. Out to Treat. Over to Blankenship. 5-footer, no good. Biggerstaff with the rebound. Biggerstaff gets it over to Jones. Another opportunity to cut into that 3-point deficit. Just haven't been able to do it. Treat has falling down, and we have a quick timeout called by Century. Tyler Lang fell down to keep the turnover. We'll take a 30. And you got some totals here real quick, girl?
I do. Taking a look at Century, Jacob Jones has 6 points, Connor Skaggs with 3, Tyler Lang 7 points, Matt Nail with 5, all coming in the 3rd quarter, 10 points for Drake Biggerstaff, and 2 for Jiraine Neal. At the half, and I don't have these totals yet for where we're sitting, but at the half, Vienna was shooting 28% from the field, and Century was shooting 41%.
Century in that 3rd quarter was more interested in running the time off the clock than they were attacking the basket.
They did. It didn't turn out so well for them.
They got the lead they had because they were able to attack the basket. It's been a very chippy basketball game between these 2 teams. Last game for both teams. Into Jones. Jones, high arching shot, no good, and Neal is going to pick the foul up against Myers pushing him from the back, and that'll be Neal's third foul of the game, fourth on the Centurions, and Charlie King's going to come in for Mason Curley. Hill bounces it over to Treat. So 1-2, 1-3-1. Ball was kicked 1-3-1 by Century. 6 minutes and 32 seconds to go. This is their 7th game in 8 days.
That's a lot of basketball. I'm glad they are young and in shape.
Yeah.
How would you like to do that? I couldn't.
No. I couldn't even make it up and down the floor 5 or 6 times hard. Hill goes left baseline. Bailed and knocked it off the out of bounds off of Vienna. He tried to bounce it to Blankenship, but it was a low pass on the bounce. It didn't come up, and that'll be the 10th turnover of the game on the Eagles. Ball's knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it's off of Myers. Wow, that should have been off of Biggerstaff.
And the fans in the corner are unhappy.
They should be, because that went off. Myers knocked it loose. Biggerstaff knocked it out of bounds. It was as clear as day. Doris Day, that is. Jacob Jones with the ball. Blankenship with the steal. Blankenship is going to be fouled by Jones, and that'll be his 5th.
I think they're calling a double dribble.
No, we got a foul. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
They called it a double dribble.
He did double dribble because he got fouled.
Exactly.
Good gravy. Long pass into Lang. Lang goes down. He's going to be fouled. This will go against Blankenship. That'll be his 3rd. That'll be the 6th team foul on the Eagles. And to the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Tyler Lang. Good gravy, Gertie. 33-30 is our score. Vienna has had 5 trips to be able to cut into that 3-point deficit and couldn't get the job done. Now it's 4. Curley comes out. Charlie King comes in. And the second free throw is also good. That's a 5-point Century lead. Hill into the front court. Bounces it to Treat. Treat gets it to Myers. Myers forces the shot up. It goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Century. Blankenship kept it alive. And they're going to say it went off of Mason Clark. I think quite honestly, I think it went off of Blankenship.
I think it did too.
They get it into Myers. Fade away. Too strong. No good. And we're going to get a foul on Myers, I believe. It is. Quentin, his 2nd, will make the long walk to the other side of the floor. Biggerstaff, who just hit 2 free throws, will have that opportunity again on a 1-and-1. 35-30, 5:52 to go in the game. First free throw, no good. Myers with the rebound. Oh, that worked out well. No harm, no foul, except for the foul given up. King for 3, rolls out. Blankenship with the rebound. Count it, 1, and Jones is gone.
That's huge.
Jones picks up his 5th foul. Blankenship gets the basket. 35-32, and a chance for a traditional 3-point play.
And Jones had 6 points on the evening, but was always a big part of the offense.
Well, he's their point guard, and, Blankenship cuts it to a 2-point deficit, 35-33, and this is the closest Vienna's been since 2-0. Biggerstaff, ball knocked loose by Curley. Dawson Hill tried to pick up a charge. And we'll see who winds up with the point guard opportunities now. Probably Biggerstaff. Out into the back court, over to Tyler Lang. Lang goes back to get it, and it's going to be Tyler Lang, the senior. Lang. Over to Neal. Neal bounces it over to Nail. Back to Neal. It goes off of Blankenship's foot with a kick. 35-33 Century. They've led the entire way. Vienna has never been tied, never had the lead here today. Neal looks to inbound it. Still looks. Bounces it in. They get it over to Clark. Clark, right side. Three-pointer by Lang off the back of the rim. Blankenship with the rebound. Blankenship. Long pass up the Treat into the front court to Myers for three. Air ball. And Hill chases it down. Hill has it go off of his foot, picks it up, gets it to Treat, down to Blankenship, lays it up and in. And we're tied. 35-35. Our first tie of the game. And timeout called by Century. We'll take a quick 30 and be right back.
Tracy Williams and Laura Goddard at Goddard's Auto Body would like to welcome the Vienna girls and boys back to the hardwood. Goddard's Auto Body provides 24-hour towing, collision repair, brakes and shocks, alignments, oil changes, and can fit your car or truck with a new set of tires. Goddard's Auto Body is located at 865 Old Route 146 Loop. Call them at 618-658-3191 and see what Goddard's Auto Body can do for you. From Laura Goddard and Tracy Williams, good luck to the Vienna girls and boys this season. Go Eagles!
We're back here. They turned it into a mass timeout, apparently. 35-35. Our first tie of the game. And the Eagles have, we go back to the into the last quarter, is on a 12-2 run to tie it at 35 all.
This has gotten fun. They're playing like it's senior night, like it's their last game of the year.
Well, both teams playing like it means something. Yeah. It's a non-conference game. Doesn't mean anything. It's just the last game of the season, filling out the schedule. But it's been a lot of fun here so far.
And Blankenship with 5 points in this quarter. He has 18 on the night and really has come alive in this second half. I think you'll see him touching the ball more and more.
But a 12-2 run right now to tie it at 35-35. This has been a game of runs. Century with the basketball. They've never trailed in this game. Lang, 5-foot jump shot over the top of Blankenship is good, and they get the lead back 37-35. Hill quickly into the front court. He trips, gets it over to Curley, into Myers. Myers forces a shot up, no good, and the rebound, and that's got to be a foul. No foul. Blankenship grabbed him by the shoulder, and they're going to get Curley with the foul. That'll be Mason Curley's fourth foul. He's the first Eagle with 4 fouls. 3 fouls on Owen Treat, 3 on Skylar Blankenship. 2 fouls on Quentin Myers, Charlie King, and Micah Harris. And Biggerstaff will go to the free throw line. That's the 8th team foul. He'll be shooting a 1-and-1. First free throw's no good. Myers with the rebound. They've missed 2 front end to 1-and-1s consecutively. Right side. They get it into Myers. Myers, 10-foot jump shots way off the mark. Rebound pulled out of there by Biggerstaff. He gets it over to Lang. Lang will bring it up against Myers. And they come up to double teaming. Lang all the way down, his trip.
Blankenship didn't even get off his feet there to block that shot.
Well, he tripped, and then they didn't call the trip, they didn't call the walk. The ball went out of bounds.
Held his hand in the air.
And it's 3:57 to go in the game. Looking to inbound, it's Nail. Nail. Ball's knocked loose by Curley. Myers steals it, and Treat is clobbered.
He just got it knocked out of him.
Then he helps him up. It's been a heck of a game. 37-35 Century. Vienna has never led in this game. We've had one tie. That was at 35 with 3:52 to go in the game. And Owen Treat has the chance to tie it here with 2 free throws. Treat. First free throw's good. 37-36 here on senior night,
And
senior afternoon.
He toes that line as close as he can on his free throw shots.
Owen Treat, the freshman, is ready. He can tie it a second time, and does. 37-37, our second tie of the game. Eagles looking for a turnover to take the lead. Skaggs gets it across the half line. He's double teamed, triple teamed. Ball's knocked out of bounds off of Curley.
I think every Eagle on the floor was around him.
Just about. He's a little bitty guy. He had trouble seeing over him. Biggerstaff into the back court. Gets it to Tyler Lang. Lang goes back and chases it down. Brings it across the half line. Eagles in a man-to-man. 3:33 to go in the game. Out on top with it's Lang. Lang dribbling around on top. Century's 10-9 for the season. Vienna. There's a trip. No call. Bodies all over the place. No call anywhere. Blankenship has it, and we're going to have a walk. Would have been Vienna's first lead, but they call a walk as Blankenship got it stuffed down the little toilet hole there. 3:15 to go, full court pressure. Curley knocks it away from Biggerstaff. It'll stay with the Centurions. Skaggs looks to inbound it again. And we have bodies everywhere. Biggerstaff got it over to Neal,
Whoa.
and then that's not a foul on
Holy cow.
It's 2nd and 8.
I think they're all ready for next weekend.
Yeah, we started
Wow.
playing football, and we haven't even made it to next weekend when football season starts. It's been a physical game in the first place, but wow.
And called tight in the first half and not right now.
There's another push, and they're going to get Treat with the foul. Owen Treat will pick up the foul. That'll be his fourth. And we'll make the long walk to the other side of the floor for Tyler Lang. You know, you can play aggressive. It's one thing to play aggressive and be hacking. It's another thing to play aggressive and be in their grill.
Yeah. And to get out of control a little bit, which we're seeing on both sides.
Last 1-1. And now Charlie King is going to come in for Mason Curley. Curley has 4 fouls. Charlie King only has 2. Century's missed the last 2 front end of 1-1s here, and they do it again. Lang's first free throw is no good, and the King gets the rebound. They missed 3 straight front end of 1-1s, and then throw it away. Good gravy. Going down the other way, we're going to blocking foul on Hill. Count the basket and 1. 39-37. That gives them the lead back. Hill will pick up the foul. That'll be Dawson's second. And this will be a one-shot foul. He'll try to complete the traditional three-point play. He just missed the front end of a 1-1 a few moments ago, Tyler Lang did. His second, the free throw is good, and that gives them a 3-point lead back at 40-37. 2:55 to go. Vienna has never led in this game. Myers to Hill, right side to Treat, touch pass back to Hill, left side to King. Three-pointer, got it! 40-40 as we're tied for the third time. They get it into Skaggs. Skaggs back to Biggerstaff. Working against King, bringing it into the front court with 2 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Biggerstaff into the paint, backs it back out beyond the three-point arc to Neal, over, and then we're going to get Charlie King with the foul. That'll be Charlie King's third, and a 2-shot foul, and to the free throw line will be Biggerstaff.
So on the last time down the court, we had a tackle that wasn't a foul and a little bit of a check foul here.
A little inconsistent. Josh Stafford just showed up here. Looks mighty dapper.
He's ready for the homecoming dance.
I tell you what, free throws no good. Their free throw shooting has been atrocious these last couple of minutes. They've missed 3 front-end 1-and-1s, hit a traditional three-point free throw for a three-point play. This one's good, hits 1 of 2, and it's 41-40. Vienna with a chance to take its first lead of the game with a made basket. King, right side to Treat, to Hill on the right wing. Hill picks up the dribble, back to Treat. Long three, rims out of there. Biggerstaff with the rebound. And again, the Eagles are thwarted on the chance to take the lead. Down to Neal, shot up, he missed it. Here comes Treat, over to King, up, and he misses it, and Blankenship's going to get the foul. Unbelievable. That'll be Blankenship's 4th, and will make the long walk to the other side of the floor for 2 free throws. And the Eagles beg, borrow, or steal. Can't get a point to take the lead. Good gravy
They've
gurdy.
had plenty of opportunities the last few times down the court.
Holy moly molly. To the free throw line. To shoot 2 will be Matt Nail. 41-40, the Centurions ahead. The free throw is no good. We can't buy or beg or steal a basket. They can't buy, beg, or steal a free throw. Timeout called. It's a full. We'll be right back. 41-40 Century.
Southern Trust Bank in Vienna would like to wish Vienna Eagle Boys Coach Dreer and Vienna Eagle Girls Coach Metcalf good luck this basketball season. Southern Trust Bank is locally owned with branches in Goreville and Marion and an ATM at the Lake of Egypt. With home interest rates at record lows, call them for help lowering your monthly mortgage payment or let them assist you in buying that new house. Or talk to them if you need financing for a new auto or truck. Southern Trust Bank, 618-658-8888.
We're back here at Vienna High School. We've been joined by Josh Stafford, the superintendent for the high school. And
yeah,
Josh,
hey, thanks, Ron and Kelly. Just really appreciate you guys. Wanted to jump on here and give a quick shout-out of thanks and gratitude to all of those who've been broadcasting these games. Of course, Ron Ellis, Kelly Wood, Danny Field, Chris Holhubner, done a great job bringing this to you this season, along with our video crew, our students, Tori and Brian Burt, David Hill, who's pulled all this together at the last minute. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in and watched it. It's been a really, really fun season. Looks like it's going to be an exciting way to end it. Express a debt of gratitude to our entire community and you guys and your involvement with this. Thank you so much.
Josh, it's been a ball. I've really had a good time, and it's been an honor to come back and get to broadcast the games this season, both for the boys and the girls. We had Addison Ben up here at halftime talking. And that was neat. She got the
She's
game
a fine young
basket.
lady. Yeah.
And
that Massac game those girls played was excellent.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
12-2 for the girls. That's a great record.
Super, super. Appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much.
Free throw's good. It's 42-40. And once again, Vienna with a chance to have the 5th tie of the game with a made basket. A 3 would give them the lead, and Charlie King walked. He was interrupted, took the side step to the left. He sits down, and that is the 14th turnover in the game on the Eagles, just 10 on Century. Full court pressure by the Eagles. Biggerstaff looks to get it in. Still looks to get it in. Still looks to get it in. Gets it into Skaggs. Skaggs carries it, no call. Back over to Lang. Lang brings it into the front court. He's being accosted. Takes it all the way down, tripped. Walks, no call, basket's good. 44-40. 2-possession game for the Centurions. Treat with 1:15 to go in the game. Ball's knocked loose. Blankenship comes out there with it. Back over to Treat for 3, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled out there by Nail. He gets it over to Biggerstaff, and now Vienna's going to really have to knuckle down and play some tough defense and steal the ball. Curley's going to get the foul on a hold, and that'll be Mason Curley's 5th foul on his senior day. The 5'11 senior will be fouled out, and it's 2 free throws for Biggerstaff. He gets a nice ovation. Charlie King comes in, and how many points does Mason have?
Mason did not have any points on the night, but he sure played hard, and defensively he's made a big difference in this ball game.
59.3 seconds to go. 44-40, and the free throw is good. 45-40. Vienna's had many opportunities to take the lead and just couldn't. The second free throw is way short. Long rebound comes out to King. King to Treat into the front court. Treat round to Hill. Hill drives right baseline. Puts a shot up short, no good. Ball stolen by Treat. Off the glass, short again. And it comes down this time to Matt Nail. Or no, that's Lang. Lang goes all the way down, step over step, crossover step rather. And it's 47-40. And Century looks like they're going to come out of here with a victory. Shot up, no good. Treat back out to Johnson. His three, no good. And we're going to get a foul on the rebound. Has to be on Skaggs. Foul on Skaggs. It's a 1-and-1. Charlie King's coming out. Dayton Nichols is coming in. Nichols is a 6'1" freshman. So Skaggs gets the foul. I'm not sure. I'm guessing with a push. Treat will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. It's 47-40 with 23 seconds to go. Free throw is good. 47-41. A 2-possession game. Treat now with 5 points on the day. He gets ready. The second free throw is also good. 47-42. They inbound it over to Lang. He goes up the sideline. Lang dribbles out of trouble, carried the ball, no call, and then he's going to be fouled. This will go against Hill. That'll be Dawson Hill's third. And Tyler Lang will go to the free throw line for 2. They've long been in the double bonus. Free throw is up and good. 48-42. And the seniors coming back in. Myers comes back. Matt Johnson gets an ovation for going out. Second free throw is also good. Now it's a 3-possession game. Up to Hill. Hill into the front court to Myers, and they throw it away. That'll be the 15th turnover. And Charlie King comes out. Nichols comes back in. They inbound it to Lang. Lang into the front court. Behind the back pass over to Neal, up and in, and it's 51-42. That's how the game comes to a close. 51-42, Century with the victory.
Real quick, I just wanted to, with this being last game of the season, express our gratitude as a school and community. A lot of different people to thank that have pulled this season off here. Just a shout out, a big hand to our audio video people. If you'll give them a hand, I'd appreciate that. Ron Ellis, Kelly Wood, Tori Bird, Christian Cooper. They've done an outstanding job of bringing these games to our home. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate our cheerleaders. Our cheerleaders have competed this year in their own competitions, also cheered at nearly all of our home basketball games. Give them a big round of applause. Appreciate so much our parents and spectators who have kind of cooperated with us in some things that were above and beyond challenging. Appreciate your patience with us as we work through those things. So shout out to you guys. Also want to recognize our athletic director. I don't know where in the world he went, but give David Hill a big hand and all his crew. I think like about 5 days before the first basketball game was when he knew we were going to have a basketball game. So it's amazing what's been pulled off in the last six weeks. Very much appreciate that. Appreciate our guys who have taken tickets, who ran our clock, who kept our books, all those things, our coaches, our kids. It's really been a good season in such an unusual circumstance. So one more big round of applause for everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now for Mrs. Beth Palmer.
Just some homecoming announcements. We are going to, if you're on the list to come in for coordination, you can stay. We're going to set up. If you are here just for the game, we're going to ask you to clear out as soon as you can so we can get set up for our coordination. It will not start any sooner than 7 o'clock, so we have lots of time.
51-42 is our final score. We're going to total everything up. We'll be back to Vienna High School right after these messages.
When you don't have the right tools for the job, hard work just gets harder. With more standard features, longer warranty, and the best in-class performance, you can get the job done right the first time, all for a value that offers, well, simply more than the rest. LS Tractor. See the LS difference at lstractorusa.com.
Come test drive an LS Tractor at CK Equipment in Vienna or check out their website at cksellsit.com.
Susie and Danny Joe Trevelyan, along with Joel and Judd and the families of Trevelyan Farms in Grantsburg, wish the Vienna boys and girls basketball teams good luck as they finally get back on the floor. We're not able to be there to support you in person, but we want you to know that we are there to support you in true Vienna Eagle spirit. Congratulations to the seniors for all your dedication and hard work. And good luck, not only this season, but for the rest of your lives. Once again, good luck to all the Vienna teams from Trevelyan Farms.
With 25 years experience, Vince Hofford at Vince's DJ Show provides professional DJ services with music for all occasions. Whether it's a wedding, class reunion, school dance, prom, homecoming, or party in your backyard, Vince's DJ Show can provide the music for all your party needs. Vince's DJ Show welcomes Vienna boys coach Steve Dreer and welcomes back coach Rick Metcalf as the new girls coach. Good luck, Vienna boys and girls, and give Vince a call at 618-658-9095.
Everyone at Southern FS would like to wish Coach Rick Metcalf and the Vienna Eagle girls and Coach Steve Dreer and the Vienna Eagle boys basketball teams lots of success this basketball season. Southern FS is your local source for gas or diesel fuel, LP gas for your residential or commercial needs, feed, seed, and chemical or agronomy needs. Southern FS Vienna's office is located at 615 Old Route 146 Loop, or give them a call at 618-658-5231. From everyone at Southern FS, let's go Eagles!
Legence Bank knows that where small businesses prosper, communities flourish. The team at Legence Bank encourages our communities to eat and shop local. Please join them at their Legence Loves Local campaign and support our small business owners. Recirculating money in our community helps create a stronger, more prosperous local economy. Check out the Feature Fridays they host each week and learn about the small businesses in Southern Illinois. When you're out shopping local, remember to hashtag Legence Loves Local and hashtag The Buck Stops Local. Member FDIC.
Whether a college education is a distant dream you hold for a newborn child or a financial imperative staring you in the face, it's important to take swift steps to begin meeting this challenge. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense that your family will bear. To learn more about flexible college savings programs, contact Rodney Golson at Golson Financial Services, 618-658-7008. He can help you plan today for tomorrow's college education expenses. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC.
Larry and Ned Trevelyan of Trevelyan Brothers Construction would like to wish the Vienna Eagles boys and girls basketball teams good luck this season. Call Trevelyan Brothers Construction for a bid for any residential or commercial construction need. They also can provide landscaping for your residential or commercial projects. Trevelyan Brothers Construction is located at 1915 State Route 146 East, Vienna, Illinois. Give Ned Trevelyan a call to set up a time for a quote at 618-658-4590.
Bush Hog offers a full line of products, including rotary cutters and crop shredders, landscaping and tillage equipment, hay tools and boom mowers, construction equipment, and zero-turn and finishing mowers. Quality and durability are the hallmarks of all Bush Hog products. Bush Hog has the right tool for your operation. They stand out with many units still delivering performance after 20 years or more in the field. So if you're looking for an investment and not an expense, Bush Hog will deliver dependable performance and value. Built tough in Selma, Alabama, and sold by qualified local dealers. Bush Hog, serving American farmers and ranchers since 1951. And remember, if it doesn't say Bush Hog, it just won't cut it.
Test drive a Bush Hog mower at C&K Equipment in Vienna, Illinois, or check out their website at cksellsit.com.
We're back here at Vienna High School where the Eagles have just lost to the Century Centurions 51-42 on Senior Day. Kelly, you got some quick totals?
I do. For Century, Jacob Jones was 6 points, Connor Skaggs 3, Tyler Lang was the leading scorer with 20 points, Matt Nail with 6 points, all coming in the second half, Drake Biggerstaff 12 points, and Jaireen Neal with 4. The Centurions shot 38% from the field and 65% from the line. Taking a look at Vienna, we had 5 players on the boards. 12 points for Charlie King. Those all came from three-pointers, actually 1 per quarter. Dawson Hill with 2 points. Quentin Myers finished the day with 4 points. Owen Treat with 6. And the leading scorer for the Vienna Eagles was Skylar Blankenship with 18 points. The Eagles shot 71% from the line and 25% from the field.
25%. 15 turnovers on the Eagles, 10 turnovers on Century. And this was a game of runs. We'll talk with Coach Dreer about that in just a second. But 51-42 is the final score. And if I can have your headset there real quick, girl, we'll get Coach Dreer here. Well, Coach, a game of runs here today. We never had the lead. We were tied 4 times, and they jumped out to a 10-0, or actually a 12-0 lead. We had to take a 12-6 lead at the end of the first quarter. We finished that 8-0 run to cut it to a 4-point deficit at 12-8. Then they go on a 14-1 run to open up a 26-9 lead. We closed that to within 26-18 at the end of the at the end the second quarter at halftime, and we continued that run. We had a 9-0 run to close out that second quarter. Then the third quarter, it was nip and tuck back and forth. About midway through the third quarter, they took a 10-point lead, one of their largest lead of the game at 33 to at that point 33-23. We go on a 12-2 run to close out the third quarter, cut it to a 3-point deficit, 33-30, and come back to tie it all the way to 35-35, finishing out that 12-2 run. We were tied at 35, tied at 37, tied at 40, and had many opportunities to take the lead, and one thing or another kept shooting ourselves in the foot with turnovers, hasty play, and never was able to take the lead here today.
Well, and just missed shots. I mean, point blank missed shots. The last couple games, we just lost our shooting touch for some reason. Part of it, like you pointed out, was too many quick shots, and we talked about that in pregame that they play tough defense for a few passes, but if you reverse it twice, I felt like we could get what we wanted, and we just wouldn't reverse the ball early. So, senior night messes you up a little bit and gets you out of sync a little bit possibly, but they're senior night every year, so we're going to have this. We've got to learn to be more well-adjusted toward it.
Well, what was interesting to me, we come back, we tie the game at 35-35. They missed the front end of a 1-and-1. We're tied at 37. They missed the front end of a 1-and-1. We have the ball. We can't score. They hit a traditional three-point play. We come back to tie it again on a three-pointer, and they missed 3 front end of 1-and-1s. We never capitalized off of any of those. And then the next 6 free throws, they were only 3 of 6. Then they hit them down at the very end. Mm-hmm. But they finished the game after we were tied 40-40 and had the ball 3 times to take the lead and couldn't do it. They finished the game on an 11-2 run.
Right.
That's literally the story of the game right there.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It was. I think the kids played hard enough to win the second half. I don't think we played that hard in the first half, but the second half I felt like we got effort. We just didn't get maybe as smart an effort from them as I'm used to. We put ourselves in tough situations time and time again. So, we wanted to win this one maybe a little too much. I think I told them just relax and have fun again. Let's, just quit putting so much pressure on. It's not the end of the world if you miss a shot. Just don't overdo it. And what we did a lot of times, we'd miss an easy shot and then we'd foul them because, we usually don't put people in the bonus at all down the stretch here when we've been playing well, but certainly not. I don't know how many fouls we ended up with, but I'd say over 20.
Well, I can tell you that here in just a second. 8, 18, 20, 25.
Yeah. See, and that's not what we need to do. We've got to play defense without fouling. And, I told them, some of you guys have got to get to the point where you can play on both ends so that we have full players and I don't have to go offense, defense half the game.
Well,
and they're playing their roles this year, but for next year, I need them to address those things and get better at this. You can play on both ends. If you don't have to shoot, you can set screens, you can take care of the basketball, you can help everybody else. There are things you can do even if you're not a gifted shooter.
The game was really, really, really chippy out there today, and I'm glad nobody come out of here and with any kind of injuries of any kind. But wanted to take just a second and talk about our seniors.
He had a bloody nose going down the stretch that kind of hurt us a little bit.
Is that why he was out
too.
for a while?
Yeah, that's what he had to go get the blood stopped and change uniforms. So, but yes. Now, what was your question?
Talk about our seniors here just for a second.
Okay.
No particular order. We'll just start it here at the top. You got Quentin Myers, 6'2" senior.
Yeah. At times played really big in there for us. He's an inside-outside type of kid where he can play, he can handle, he can play, he can shoot outside, and then he can play a power game as well. I think Quentin will have an opportunity to play at the next level, and I believe he wants to.
How about we got next Mason Curley,
Mason,
5'11" senior.
Mason probably embraced his role as well as any kid I've ever had. Nobody likes not to be able to shoot the ball outside and everything, but I told him, if you want to play, here it is. This is the contract you've got with me for this time. There's not time to get you fixed that way. Now, postseason, if he wants to keep working, I'll work with him on his shot, and he wants to continue to play as well. But Mason plays really rugged defense and dives on the floor, does all the little things. Has been playing hurt now for about 2 weeks almost.
Really?
He told me, he said, Coach, I said, well, you need to get it looked at, his knee. And he said, no, I'm not going to until the season's over because they're going to set me out. Even if I'm okay, they'll precautionary, and I'm not missing any games. We don't have very many my senior year. So he chose to do that, and he said, I can handle the pain, so just let me play, please. So I admire that. I think he's a really competitive kid.
5'8" senior Micah Harris.
Well, these other two, the story on them is a little different. The first two played all the way through. These two are both seniors, both first-year players, and in fact, only played about 3 or 4 weeks because they came out and they had to get a number of practices in before they could begin to start getting in games. But they came out when we lost some kids early, right before the season began, and they came to me and said, look, we want to help. We don't, we know we probably won't play, but we'll do anything in practice to try to help you. And, it was just school spirit. And
the two people you're talking about, the other one is
Micah Harris and Matt
Johnson,
Mhm.
6'2" senior, and he came in quite a bit and had quite a few minutes in there. Decent rebounder.
Yeah. Matthew's probably going to be the valedictorian. So
really,
he picks things up fairly quickly, and he told me the last few days, he's told me, oh, Coach, I wish I had played all the way through. And I said, I know. And he would have been very good. He helped us anyway. Micah was the team favorite. He came up with this big chant thing that you've heard lately. It gets them all fired up and everything, and he's done that. He's a great competitor. He's as a basketball player, he's a wonderful football player. So he's a star in football, and was able to handle his ego well enough to come out here and just be part of the team. And I find that
refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, Coach,
admirable.
Thanks for coming up and talking with us. Win or lose, you've always been able to come up and talk with us. We greatly appreciate that, to get some insights from the coach. 6-12, not the season that you were hoping to finish on, but still, in an abbreviated season, to come out and get six wins out of 18 games is a good accomplishment, and you've got a lot of good work with kids that you could build on this particular season for next year.
Right. Well, I think certainly we lost a number of close games that could have tilted that in reverse. But kids that have been, that haven't really won, it takes them a while to learn those lessons. It takes them a while to figure out how to win them instead of lose them. And we sometimes, I think, waited for the hammer to fall. We just thought, okay, what's going to happen? I think they came a long way, and I'm proud of them. I think they've laid the foundation for us for the future. We're going to hit the ground running in the off season and get better and better, and next year I expect us to be good.
That would be great. Coach Steve Dreer, thanks for coming up, and good luck this off season, and who knows what's going to happen next year.
Yeah. Well, will you guys still be doing this?
We don't know. We have no idea right now. It would be awesome if we could, but who knows what the future leads for high school sports right now.
That's true. That's true. Well, we've enjoyed it while it lasted anyway. Even
I've had
if
a
you
ball.
Don't.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been coming back. I told Josh just a little bit ago that I've really enjoyed getting to come back to the high school, and some of the same last names are familiar, but the players have obviously changed greatly. And but I've really enjoyed being able to come back to Vienna High School and work with the David Hill and Josh Stafford and the production crew that we've had. They've been fantastic. And when you stop and think of the production crew that we have, they're all kids in high school. Most of them are seniors, and they've sacrificed the last 6 weeks also. So I commend them for the dedication that they've had to help put this together. And what you guys have accomplished here has been fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you what. Whenever I have a technology question, I go to high schoolers. I guarantee.
I hear that, or my grandkids, the little bitty farts. They help me a great deal, because my oldest grandson thinks I'm a dinosaur. I told him, I said, Lucas, you're correct.
Yeah. Well, again, my thanks to y'all. Excellent job. We've gotten all kinds of compliments. I'm sure a lot of them have been filtered up to you, but we, the school and the coaching staff really do appreciate it. It's been great.
Thank you very much, Coach. Coach Steve Dreer. And while Kelly gets the headset here, Christian Bullock is over here on their side right now taking care of everything. And we've had Cooper Shanks. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Got it? You okay?
All right.
Cooper Shanks, Mason Poland, and they've all been involved. John Green a little bit, even though he was playing basketball. He's been involved. So we've had a lot of different people, moving parts. And Tori Burt, and she's been very invaluable, along with Danny Fields. So a lot of people helping out up here. I've had a lot of different people helping me also. Danny Fields helped. Chris Hulhubner has helped, along with Kelly here, and Danny Field. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of moving parts, a lot of basketball games. I was amazed that my voice.
It's held
after,
out.
11 months of not doing anything.
You had a lot of practice in your lifetime, Ron.
It's been interesting. But your final thoughts for today's game?
Today's game, Vienna played hard, just couldn't hit the shots today, but more to speak to the season. It's been a fun team to watch. I know they have a lot of growth under Coach Greer. I'm excited to see where they head. Next year ought to be fun, and it's been a fun season with you, Ron. Thanks for letting me join you.
And we're going to hear all the advertisers here in just a moment, but I want to say a special thanks to all of the people who stepped up and helped us to bring these games to you. Seriously, folks, without them, we could not have done this way. And I'm going to start here at the top. This is in no particular order. It's just the way they're written down. But with Danny Joe, Susie, Joel, and Judd Trevelyan with Trevelyan Farms, Vince Holford, Vince's DJ show, and I'll be seeing him in October at my daughter's wedding. Southern Trust Bank, Rodney Golson with LPL Financial, Rusty's Home Center, off their lumber yards in Vienna, Anna, and coming soon to Goreville. Should be this next month, hopefully. Legence Bank, Chris and Kim Bent, owners of C&K Equipment and Bush Hog Mowers. Southern FS, Tracy Goddard with Goddard's Auto Supply, Russ Kruder with Edward Jones Agent, Banterra Bank, Trevelyan Brothers Construction, and of course WIBH radio station over in Anna. And want to thank all of these people. And who knows what is in store for next year, but I sincerely hope that everyone has enjoyed watching the games, listening to them. And I know it's been a lot of fun. It seems for the people being at home have enjoyed being able to watch the games. And it will be interesting to see when we can travel again freely in a free country.
That would be nice.
I'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
But
we won't share our feelings there.
So, I've had some conversation with some of our advertisers about next year possibly, and we just don't know what will happen and what will progress. But thanks to all these people that have helped step up, and for Kelly Wood alongside, I'm Ron Ellis. Thanks for your time this time. Until next time, so long, everybody, from Vienna High School and